Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Yeah. Michael, Shawn, the Takeover Legends. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you made it through the weekend. Everything was all good. Jay Black, get on IG Live so we can get into this versus. We don't have any ovaries.
No ovaries?
We have no ovaries. Ovaries. We need ovaries on this show. God, we need ovaries on this show.
Hey, the twins.
Jeez,
Okay.
Louise. I should have got Envy McKee on here because she would have got on the show. I did her talk show in Philly. And
nice.
damn, yes, Envy, amazing. Did a show with her. It was all about the Dave Chappelle thing and everything like that, which I'm exhausted by. Like, I hope it just fades on by.
Text her, see if she's up.
I know, but I'm on my phone. I'm like, yo, you want to get on today? She's probably asleep 7 o'clock. You want to get on today? I should have sent that to you yesterday and just be like, yo, just put her on here. Yeah. So how was your weekend? What was good with your weekend? I heard you sold out on a activity where, you know, some of your boys wanted to hang out and then you turned into an old man.
Yeah. Sometimes when you hit your 40s, that, you know, you don't feel like hanging out. You want to hang out. You mentally, you know, you're there, but then it's like, I'm a
old man.
I'm a homebody. I like to stay. I want to stay home with the fam, and yeah, I punked out. Supposed to hang out with some
old man, you don't want to see your boys and hang out just a little bit.
I did. I swear I wanted to. These the people you grew up with when you were like in middle school and high school.
You don't give a damn about them. Old man, saying I'd rather stay home. Not gonna go out. He said, Jay Black said there was no convenient parking. That's why he didn't go out. You old man.
Good morning, Kathy.
Don't want to go out.
I wanted to.
Ain't no available parking. Good morning, Shelly.
Shelly, Kathy, Tam. Happy
Why
Monday.
in the hell? Why would you not go out and just hang out and just chill for a little bit? Especially when your wife was co-signing.
Yeah, my wife.
This is the disrespect.
Go. Yeah, she was like, "Go." Do
you know how many men don't ever get the co-sign of their significant other to go out?
That's true.
They gave you the co-sign.
It's like, oh, you never go, hang out. You ain't seen these people in years. You never know. Life too short. Something
Lady Q, applaud, lady. Just my applaud. Applaud, Lady Q, for saying, go.
Just go. Have some fun. Hang out for a little bit.
Hell, like, I trust you. Go. He said, and he stayed home in his old man. Don't want to go out no more. Gonna stay in the house all day.
I need convenient parking. I don't like parking around the block.
Talking about convenient parking. Man, you don't shut your ass up with the convenient parking. There's parking everywhere.
Yeah. But no, I end up chilling.
And you canceled on your peoples.
I know.
Did they text you and say F you?
No, I ain't gonna do all that.
Oh, I would have. Try. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, make that happen. Make that happen. Be like, all of a sudden, no, I'm just gonna stay because I ain't got no convenient parking. Come on, Jay. What
Jeanette, good morning, Rochelle. Good morning. Oh, Tosh probably here to hear about verses. Tosh, we want to need your input on verses, Tosh. But yeah.
Jay didn't watch it. Ain't had no convenient viewing. Old man. He don't want to go out. Oh, man.
Yeah, I missed it. I realized I have a problem.
The dude didn't go out. And then he missed verses with the two rappers that literally that represent our era.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One. KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane. Jesus.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Watch
Honestly,
Squid Games again?
I realized I have a problem is what happened. I realized I think I may have a serious gambling problem. I'm not sure. But I decided I'm not gambling.
Wait.
For a while.
You said you're not sure?
I'm not sure. But I think I may have a problem. Yeah.
This is so funny. The difference between me and Jay is it only took 15 years for me to realize it. Jay Black from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends has had a gambling problem his whole entire life. The only problem he's unbearable. The only time he's unbearable is when he's at a goddamn casino. That's the only time he don't stop because everything is extra. I can tell Jay Black today, all you got to do is bet on this one thing. One thing, just bet this. And he'll go like, cool. And once I come back 2 days later, he has bet on everything else I told him to bet on except the one thing. I can tell him, just bet on how many first downs a team's going to get. That's all you got to do. And then 2 days later, when you come back, Jay has bet on every first down, every offsides, every touchdown, every 2-point conversion, every field goal, every safety. And why do you do this?
And then I tried to get my money back. I lost that much money. I was honestly, I was a little depressed. I think that's how I miss verses, to be honest.
You can't. There's no such thing as getting your. Okay, can we?
I lost a lot. I'm done with gambling for a while. I'm being honest. I need to.
There's
stop.
No such thing as getting your money back. There's no such thing.
It usually is sometimes. Like sometimes.
First of all, that was a lie. What you just said was a lie. That's not usually.
I have doubled up and came back and I put it all in, bam, and it was like, whew,
all you got was the money back.
I know, but I was back in the game. I was back.
So that's your addictive ass. That's you being an addict. You never got your money back.
Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm done. Like,
Todd said nicest move came out. No, Jay Black don't know about that because he was so busy losing money.
Nice and smooth, because they don't be getting along like that. So Greg, nice and like smooth. Right. Wow.
Tosh, stay right there, Tosh. We might send you a square.
Smooth. Can Tosh come on? We do need
we might send you a square because
Shelly.
Let me explain to y'all something on verses. Big Daddy Kane and Karis one were absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing, right? Jay will have the house up for a bet.
I had to tap the Mac several times. I went to the ATMs and I've done. But I'm done. Literally after this weekend from college and NFL, I'm literally and my fantasy. Like everything was. I was in a bad place Sunday, so I think I'm done. And that's how I miss verses. But I'm moving on. Fresh energy, no more bets, no more losses. Just about life and fun and leave betting alone. That stuff is real, man. When you keep betting and betting.
No, for real. Get the out of here. Get out of here. It's for real. Oh my God. The betting, gambling too much is for real. Oh.
Yeah. You think you can get it all back, or you think you can get what you lost back on the next one? And just like, if I just bet this over, because the Kansas City Chiefs,
you've never ever in your life gotten your money back. You've never gotten your money back.
The Chiefs disappointed. Like, it's so many games that didn't go.
No, the Chiefs didn't disappoint anybody. They won.
They were supposed to put up points this week. This was their get right game. It was set up perfectly.
No, homie. They won.
And then Kareem Hunt got hurt. Cleveland Browns running back with Chubb out. This was supposed to be a heavy volume game, and then he's injured, getting carted off the field. And I'm like, everything that went wrong went wrong.
Look at this, y'all. A lot of y'all don't know what the hell he talking. I know what he talking about. I wish they had their original DJs. Tosh talk about the verses.
All right, back to the verses, because it seemed like I missed a lot, and I think I could play the opening clip. Let's see if I could play this. Maybe
play it quick, because I just want to get into Scratch's irritating ass. And I love DJ Scratch, but he's irritating. Irritating.
How did it start off?
Just play it quick, because I like. It's not even like.
It's not what.
It's the underscore of the whole thing.
Oh, they had technical difficulties. Yeah. That's Fat Joe.
Yeah, Fat Joe hosted it. You would have seen that if you hadn't lost $6 trillion.
He said Big Daddy Kane is hiding in the dressing room.
Yes, that's what Kara said. You would have seen that. We all saw that.
So he took his spot?
No, he was waiting for Kane to come out, and then he was like, "Oh, he's hiding in the dressing room," and then he went.
And make it better.
Sean Robinson. I gotta call Mark, because Mark called me to take me to Potter's house.
Okay, Big Daddy coming out looking smooth though. To master rhyming. Coming on. Okay. That's how I started off. A little criminal minded. All right. I feel like I wanted to let that rock. I needed to let that rock.
Karis won. I don't know who won the battle. Big Daddy Kane did a lot of freestyles.
They did this. Everybody came out and they did this.
Coogee Rap did not come out.
Enough of them came out?
Yeah, I mean, they came out, but listen, there's no way to judge this because Karis One and Big Daddy Kane are so different in how they rhyme that you notice they tore it down, each of them, but there was no way. First of all, Ty, Scratch and Kid Capri were not dope. Scratch was irritating. DJ Scratch was the most irritating person of the night. He was the most irritating person of the night, and I'm gonna get into that. But Karis One and Big Daddy Kane. Like Kane was doing his thing, Chris was doing his thing, Kane was doing freestyles and everything like that. DJ Scratch was annoying the entire night.
And said he was looking for a moment. So he was trying to stand out.
Yeah, and he wanted to battle Kid Capri, and Kid Capri was like, dog, and then there was one point in the battle where Scratch tried to get all deep, like, we've done everything on hip hop. We've done, because they did break dancing, they did the whole nine. It was dope. It was dope. It was dope. And he was like, we did everything. Now let's go. We should do the original of DJing. That's where it all started. And Karis got on that mic and said, no, I'm not battling you. I'm battling Kane. Kid Capri is the greatest DJ ever in hip hop. We've been here before you've been here. And shut it down. Now, that was embarrassing. I don't know why Scratch had a little... It got so embarrassing that Scratch had... Like Kane said, basically, go ahead, do your thing. Stall for time. And Scratch had a whole routine dissing Kid Capri. And Kane stopped it. It said, nah, we're not doing that. He was like a little kid. I want to make everybody know I'm the greatest DJ ever. You wouldn't do that with Cash Money, homie. You wouldn't do that with DJ. You wouldn't do it with DJ Jazzy Jeff. You wouldn't have been that disrespectful.
What up, Shawn?
You wouldn't have been that disrespectful.
Kane had
I agree. There's no way to judge it, Kane. But I will say this. Karis One has some freestyles on there that I'm going to that versus because I need that in my collection. Because Karis One told everybody, I am the number one rapper ever. Ever.
No, he didn't.
He said ever.
No, he
all
didn't.
Y'all. It's Karis One. He talked that. He talked that. Like Chris, like when Big Daddy Kane killed it. Let's not get it effed up. Karis One got street hits. He just got hits. He just got joints that just rock. He got stadium songs. And that was what irritated about me about Karis One is that he kept letting the crowd sing the songs. And what I wanted him to do was say the lyrics so that these young cats who don't know can hear the lyrics that you were saying. Even when he was doing Black Cop, even when he was like, boop, boop, that's a sound I want. Yes, indeed. I wanted to hear everything. Kane killed it. Dog, Kane is a effing Kane right now. And Karis right now. These young cats want nothing with the bars.
So they was going bar for bar?
They were dropping bars. And Kane, I guess Kane was like, when it came to it, Kane don't have as many joints as Karis One has. It's just too many.
What was Kane's first song?
There would be no me, and I wouldn't be here. So first and foremost,
and Kane got a lot of joints.
They showed Biz some love. Okay.
Yeah, let's take him to the very tippy top. Let's go.
Oh, y'all can hear that.
And verses is about a vibe too.
No, but the great thing about them is that Kane would do a song and he would go to the right. Then KRS would do his thing and then he would leave. And then Kane would come on, he'd do his thing, then he would. So the vibes were taken. Like even when Rafter Kane KRS joked and said, "I'm not doing nothing that fast.
Kane was
I'm not
running
doing nothing that fast."
fast but
No,
crystal
it
clear.
was a great. Kane's breath control is absolutely stunning.
Because he's still performing. He touring. He always doing his show. I don't know how
Dog.
often KRS-One is performing.
But the thing about everybody was like, KRS rhymes the way he was rhyming when he was 28 years old. He's because his songs are so classic. The crowd is always singing the songs. So he always stops and lets the crowd sing. They took no intermission.
It was straight through.
They went straight through.
That's even better.
They went, yeah, Mike. I wanted the young crowd to hear every word that KRS-One was spitting. And he did do this. He did like 2 joints where he turned the music down and just went in. But I was like, I wanted them to hear I wanted them to hear Mark. What up? I'm sorry I didn't return your phone call, Mark. Sorry. Good morning. I wanted everybody to hear. Mark? I wanted to hear everything KRS-One was saying. But the crowd was so amped at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, he had them like singing everything.
So you don't like the crowd participation?
But I love it. No, I love it. I love it. Yeah. My thing was, I want people who are like 25 to hear all the lyrics.
Because they might not
the
know
lyrics
who
are
KRS-One is.
He's untouchable. He's untouchable.
I don't know about that. But
intellectually, he's untouchable. The fact that he made songs 15 years ago that literally are appropriate right now. When he did Black Cop, think about Black Cop right now. Your cousin Coco is a black cop. It is absolutely amazing. And I will say this for Kane too. Them songs pop and ring off right now. There is no, that's an old school. Them joints ring off right now. They like when I tell you these 2 dudes changed. First of all, I don't believe in top 5s. I believe in your top 5 favorites. I don't believe in there's a top 5 of all time. I don't believe in that. That is subjective. That is dumb. That is you trying to say your opinion is better than somebody else's. I'm saying my favorite. I can never leave Big Daddy Kane out of my top 5 favorites anymore. Because Big Daddy Kane right now in a cypher, right now, and KRS-One right now
in the cypher
will bar with Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, J. Cole. I'm not saying they better or worse. I'm saying they'll bar it out with them. Like right now.
I think I see when Greg Nice was coming out. I'm trying to see. I missed some stuff. I missed the whole thing.
Don't let me get to them.
I think I saw. Oh, that's Greg Nice right there, right?
Greg, you could tell the dudes that weren't on stage haven't been on stage because they would not shut up. And they killed. Like you could tell the dudes that couldn't wait to get they.
This is our moment. He still got his pass. So
Greg is like, yo, we're gonna play this song. He wants the beatbox. Watch. Look, he wants the beatbox. And Scratch has to stop him.
Give it to him, Scratch. I got something better than that beatbox. You know what? You don't got this. Let's take it back to the old school. Hey.
Yeah. He was about to do a whole routine. Shut up and just do the song and get off stage.
He said, "We gonna kill this."
And they did. They did a good job, but they couldn't get him off. Like, Greg, go away. and then.
Yeah, he still had his badge on though. Yeah, he ain't been on stage in a minute. The smooth beat gonna work out. We rock for a fee. Okay. A lot of energy.
My employee.
Yeah, lots of energy.
But dog. Okay, stop. After their bit is over, after their set is over, he's still talking. Then Das Effects gets on the mic.
Das Effects comes out.
Yes, KRS-One brings Das Effects. They do a great job. And then Das Effects says, "We'll see you at our verses." No, we won't. We will not see you at our verses. We'll see you when we do our verses. Das Effect.
Das
How in
Effect
the
can't
who
do
the
that.
hell are y'all doing a verses against the Fushnikins? Who are y'all doing a verses against?
Stop it.
What the hell are you talking about? And then as they're going off, right?
Das
As they're
Effect
going off, after they're going off, one of the Das
Shortest.
Effects dudes, they got the mic, they still like, and then Scratch like, we could tell they haven't been on stage for a while, and everybody's
didn't.
laughing.
He
Yes,
said
did.
that.
Yeah. You should have said that to Greg Nice. Y'all. This is exactly why y'all were in the same position against the greats when y'all were when y'all were at the highs of your life.
Bum sticking bum against the Fushnik and stuff.
Buckshot got a little extra too. Kara's but Buckshot. I love Buckshot.
Oh, Buckshot Shorty. So it was some real hip hop in that room.
No, there was break dancing. Rocksteady crew was there. Like this was hip hop
at its finest.
This is when I really want to scream at Jay Black and Dr. Smith. What y'all know about this? Y'all can't deal with one borough from New York. If I took Long Island, the artists from Long Island.
Name two outside of Wu-Tang.
No, they're from Staten Island, son.
Oh, see, there you go. My bad.
Public Enemy, Long Island. You want some more problems?
Okay.
Busta Rhymes, Long Island. You want some more problems?
No, you got it. I don't know the boroughs like that. You're right.
No, you don't.
I thought the islands were Wu-Tang.
What y'all shouldn't do is be speaking on. What y'all shouldn't do is be rah, trying to talk about New York. New York ain't this. Get Dr. Smith on here. New York did this. New York did that. Light is so stupid. I'm true. What? True Fushnik. I'm a true. Okay, so it goes on, right?
The Fushnikins. All right.
So it goes on, and Scratch is trying to bait Kid Capri into a battle. Scratch got shut down by Big Daddy Kane, who he was DJing for. And then he got shut down by KRS-One, who said, F no. I want to battle Kid Capri. What are you talking about? It's like me battling like if me and Jay Black's a producer, I guess that's not a correct analogy. If somebody's like DJ Kid Capri is a party DJ. Oh, they brought Roxanne
Shante. Yeah. Wow. So this was like a all hip hop all in one 80s, late 80s. Like this
90s. No, it's really 90s. The 90s.
Roxanne, Big Daddy Kane. Like a lot of them
everybody out. They brought everybody out to rock out. They did their thing. The battle was crazy. The battle, Roxanne Shante was definitely the 80s. Have a Nice Day was the early 90s. And then that's when everybody, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Cool G Rap, and all them cats, Master Ace, Craig G. That's when songs started dropping like that.
Look like I saw Mad. What was that, Mad Lion?
Yeah, they brought Mad Lion. And I wanted him to do all the words of this because it's so relevant right now. I got my 9.
Boom. Oh, boom. Okay, I gotta watch. Hey.
Shoot the kill. Oh, and they went right in.
So Cameron's clearly got more. Like I said, it's a vibe, and energy is everything.
No. Energy is no. And this is why I talk about all y'all people who try and talk about Dave Chappelle's special and didn't watch it. I've been on super panels about people who want to talk about Dave Chappelle and didn't watch the special. Don't talk about this verses unless you watch it, because Big Daddy Kane was a problem. Big Daddy Kane. KRS-One is my number one rapper of all time. My list, my favorite list, my favorite list is KRS-One. I was going crazy on these bangers. Yes, Sean Robinson. My favorite list, KRS-One is my favorite rapper of all time. My greatest rapper of all time is Eminem. Big Daddy Kane last night had to smack me in my face and remind me, dude,
I got joints.
Not even joints. Play a beat and watch my lyrical My lyrical style is still relevant right now in 2021. He is still dog. Kane was spitting. Kane was on some dog.
Who is this he bringing out? Oh, the dancers. Okay,
Oh, these are the breakdancers. These are all the breakdancers that came out.
So
Kane brought the rock.
Look, this the intermission right here.
No,
because
he brought Rocksteady crew. Rocksteady, you gotta be good. Whitney, I was sitting there going like, my eyes were watering.
Bringing back the essence of hip hop.
No, the beats that were getting played, and this dude was the nicest one out of everybody. There was some old dudes that KRS-One brought out, but it was dope because they was old, but they were still rocking. Like, they were still rocking, but they were old as hell. This is the one dude, this crew right here, this dude was still young. He might be 39 years old, but right now, he was going in.
Nice.
He was going in. He was the highlight. He took it home.
You're like, what, you want some more? You want some more? You could have been out there.
Like, honestly, as much as Chris is definitely more into the B-boy, like, I don't know how Kane got Rocksteady, but he got the old young dudes. These dudes was doing stuff. I was like, you 37? What the hell? Like, how you doing this?
All right, so there's a lot of
and the beats was great. Look, when you let your hoodie show your stomach, that means you in shape. You like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
And then Crazy Legs, obviously.
And you know, he got to be like 50 plus, right?
And Crazy Legs was the king. Crazy Legs was the KRS-One.
He was in B Street in the 80s, so
he took his shoes off in B Street, and then he just did a little something. He knew. He said, "I can't do it no more. I can't do this no more." But then this old young mup right here. He just what are we doing? What are we doing? I said, not the one arm. Not the one arm. Oh no, not switching arms. Oh no. What are we doing here? Y'all can't see it on my IG Live. Go to Media Room 360 TV so y'all can see the videos that we're actually showing.
Yeah.
For the verses last night. Media on all social media platforms. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Now KRS-One has some old. He has some good dudes, but he has some old dudes that got on there, and like the original Pop Locker, like the first one, like he had a belly, and I was like, but it was dope because it was like he's still doing it, but I knew IG Live. I said, social media's gonna kill him. Like, if there was some young cats on the IG, they're gonna kill him. Shawn Robinson said no, they was still out there doing their thing. This guy was doing crazy flip. Yep.
And all that.
Leah said she's in the car. She can't get on. The young boy that came out under KRS-One's umbrella did a good job too. Who was the young boy that came out
under KRS-One? Let's see. Well, he brought somebody out right after that?
No, I mean, you talking about the dancers? Oh, he did have a dancer that was nice too. I don't even know.
I was just trying to see what are some of the things I missed.
No, how about the whole show? How about the whole damn show?
yeah. You know, I'm gonna watch it.
I can't believe you didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I can't. I honestly, I can't believe Jay Black did that. If you watch the verses on here on my IG Live, Roxanne Shante came out with a school teacher sweater.
With rocking her lanyard as well. Come on.
No, she did her thing. Yeah. No, nobody takes the laminate off because you don't want to get kicked out.
Don't nobody know you no more.
Nobody know you no more.
What are we doing?
Why we got the laminate on? Put it in your pocket.
Yeah, just put it. You good. You're good.
And Big Daddy Kane came out, gave her love. Michael John, he was out there with breaking with a set of janitor keys on his belt. Stupid as hell. You stupid as hell, Shawn Robinson. You stupid as hell right now. Oh my!
So that's my homework assignment today. Is watch the full verses. If there's no intermission, it couldn't have been that long. It was a couple hours, 3 hours, if that, 2.5, something like that, probably.
Something like that. My barber just sent me an appointment for 10 a.m. I just got a text about 10 a.m. You made an appointment for 10 a.m.? That light-skinned boy with the glasses the light-skinned boy with the glasses was nice with it. But I'm just saying it was one Pop Locker who was doing his thing, but he had I mean, God bless him. Wait, not the school teacher. Stop playing Tam Tam. Y'all, like, stop. Like, y'all, like, stop.
That's how she came out
She
performing.
was a substitute teacher. Stop. She killed it. She did her little thing. Some people call me Shawnee. Some people
Good morning, Afro Queen.
She had the school teacher. She was a substitute teacher. On God.
Queen born.
Mortine. Stop playing, y'all. Stop acting as if y'all know what it was.
Oh,
And
Tam
love,
said she
I love
loved.
Roxanne.
She loved Roxanne.
Yeah, I love Roxanne too. After Kara's one did the bridges up, he's like, Roxanne, should I tell you it's only good for steady? And then Kane was like, nah, we're gonna bring her out. And then he brought her out, and he was like, how she put everybody on. And then next thing you know, the symphony came on. Everybody was there. And Kara's one came back out. I said, yeah, they asked Coochie Rap to come out. Is the edges for me? Oh,
so I mean, they like her hair or something. Her hair was
I don't know what the
ain't that edges is the hair, right? Ain't that like the baby hair?
No, that's the edges. They look like a barber should have tapped that, but I don't know.
That's why we need ovaries, because
That's why we need ovaries. We need ovaries.
What is the edges? I thought that was big. I always thought edges.
No, the edges is the edges, and sometimes the wigs hide the edges, and sometimes they get good ass wigs.
Edges, baby hairs, ain't the edges like your
baby hairs are baby hairs. Baby hairs are baby hairs. From the edges.
You don't know because
baby hairs are baby hairs.
That's what the baby hairs is.
No, the edge. Okay, all right. Call your wife.
I think she got my boy together for school, but I don't know.
But yeah. So she came out there. The battle was it would. I'm trying to think of better battle. See, everybody forgets that DMX and Snoop Dogg was amazing. Why is Michael Shawn rubbing his edge? Yes, I'm rubbing my edges because I would have baby hair if I got my edges done. I got baby hair. I do have baby hair, but when you go to the barbershop, you take the baby hair off. You take the baby hair off. Girls got the baby hair. They lay their baby hairs. Where are the ovaries?
I don't know.
No, they got hair, the baby hair. That's why girls be like this, getting their baby hair right. Guys take off their baby hair.
So it's before the shape up. Like
yes, because I got, trust me, my hair, I got baby hairs, but I can't, I'm a man. I got baby hair. My thing be laying down. My thing be laying.
You ain't got no damn baby hairs.
Look, my barber got to get the blade out. I'm like, clack, 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 clack. Women, they do their baby hairs and they lay them bitches down like that. They lay them down. But then when they got a wig, and they got a dope wig, they put them things back and they're like, okay, I ain't messing with the baby
when they be saying the wig ain't covering the okay, and they be messing up with the edges. They be like, yo, the edges is the wig. I can tell it's a weave. Or
I got four vaginas at my house. Okay. I see what Monty be doing. Monty's graduation picture. Let me tell you about Monty's graduation. She is more proud on what she did. What she did with her hair.
Mm-hmm.
I do got baby hair. But I get him chopped. Cause you a dude. I can't go like this and brush my baby hairs. If not, my baby hairs would be out to my eyebrows, my dude. Like for real.
You said Monty's so proud of what she's done.
Monty is proud. Monty was like, you don't understand. She got some dope graduation pictures, and I'm gonna post them close to the graduation. And she was like, she said, don't nobody know what I had on my head. They can't even tell that because I did. And I was like, oh, and then other hairdressers was like, oh, you did that because the baby hairs, you can't tell. It's a wig the way it rocked out. And she was working on that for weeks. I said, yeah. Yes, he did say baby hair. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I got nothing but vaginas in my house. I see them doing it every day.
So you know the difference between a glue-in weave and a sew-in weave?
No, the sew-in weave. See, that's a whole different. Because my girls, they'll do the wigs. They really don't do the weaves. For some reason, Monty's always been infatuated. I think she was 5 years old when she wanted her first wig for Christmas. Christmas.
At 5.
At 5. Maybe it was 7. It was still like. When we got it, I was like, she must be serious about this because a 7-year-old knowing about wigs, I don't even know. The sew-ins, and I don't think my daughters have had a sew-in or a glue weave
Is there another kind of weave outside of a sew-in and a glue? Because those are the two that I know.
I have no idea. I have no. I think those are the only two. You can
so
only have a sew-in.
I know more than you. Then I know.
No, you don't. Everybody knows that. Everybody in the world knows that.
Everybody didn't know it was two kind of weaves, glue.
Yes,
and
they
sew.
did. Who didn't know that? Who was any type of minority? What other weave is it going to be? A sew-in? Or it's like getting your eyebrows waxed or getting them threaded.
Yeah, well, either way,
you don't know nothing about that, do you? Yeah.
You just say I don't know about
that. You don't know nothing about that.
You know I love you too much. You know
I know everything. That's what you do when you have daughters.
Yeah. I'm gonna let that ride. Go back to your verses and
say that again. You got what in your house? What I got in my house?
No, what you said you got
vaginas.
You got vaginas in your house.
I am the original vagina monologues, y'all.
Oh, there's another weave. There's another weave. See, it's a clip on. You got clip on,
and the clip-ons are the worst ones. Those are the worst ones. That's like getting those pop-in veneers that everybody's getting now. Pop-in veneers when they just pop them in. Like that's thanks, Mike. I just recorded you saying that. The pop-in veneers are something amazing. Like the original wig smacked on. Yeah, the original wig was horrible. White women had the original wigs. Like, let's not get it messed up. White women had the original wigs. They was doing some. It's like when white men had the whatchamacallit? What's them things called? The
toupees.
The toupees. They were horrible.
Toupees.
Black men go to the barbershop now and come out with a full head of hair and can't nobody tell no more. Like, you can be dead balls right now, and your barber can literally put a hair implant that you're like, yo, wow, that's good. You can come out with bald spots and leave with dreads. Everything I love. Yeah. But the verses was dope. Yeah. Swiss was actually in the audience.
Okay.
Tim wasn't there, and everybody's trying to get a versus.
How many people was on IG? Do you see a count?
I saw 135,000.
That's disrespectful. That's like
I think it got into 100. But once again, I don't know what the numbers are because Triller. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought this up. All right, y'all. Understand. Versus is now everybody's getting a bag. Everybody's making money. Mm-hmm. Everybody's making money. Now, when you go to Triller, I wanted to see Super Cat right during the weekend. I wanted to watch him perform. I'm a Super Cat fan. It wasn't on Versus. You tap Versus, it takes you to Triller, and you have to get the Triller pass. You can get a pass for the day, a pass for the month, or you can get the entire year. Okay, now I'm good because I'm not adding another bill.
Mm-hmm.
So Versus on Triller are making a gang of money, but I really did want to watch Super Cat. The funny thing is they had a boxing match. I didn't even watch that because there was another boxing match that I watched. And I was like, you really think I'm going to? And I said, I know y'all better not do that with KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane and make it seem like I'm going to actually pay. LL Cool J went in. LL Cool J went in and said, yo, wait a second. It's not on Versus. Why is it not on Versus? I want to see Super Cat. They were like, all of a sudden, Versus like, we have nothing to do with that. That is Triller's event. We don't have anything to do with that. Got it. I see y'all. Y'all ain't making enough money yet. Now Triller really
pay. I mean, Super Cat had a couple joints that I remember, but I'm not paying to see him perform. Like, it's not to that degree.
Wycliffe was on it. Everybody. But my thing was like, now we got to pay. Now we got to pay for the culture. Didn't y'all tell me
it's a virtual show? So
didn't y'all tell me this was for the culture? We were pushing the culture forward. Oh, now we got to pay for it. Oh, my bad. Oh,
they said that pandemic is over, son. You can pay now. You back to work.
Oh, now it's so and so amount of money for a pass or I get it. Back to that. Who owns Triller? I'm gonna research who owns Triller. Got a funny feeling it's a white dude, but we doing it for the culture.
No, stop it. No.
Guarantee it.
No, it's not.
Guarantee. Who you think Triller's owned by? Troy?
Troy, no. No. Yeah, that is for the wow.
Thriller with Jake Paul and Logan and all them cats. Really? We pushing the foot. It's never for the coach. Shut your ass up. Stop. I ain't even mad. I would do the same thing. I'm not even mad. I would do the same thing, but stop. Stop saying it's for the culture. It's not. It's for a bag. It's for a bag. Karis won. Big Daddy Kane were amazing last night. I will watch that whole versus again from the tippy top. And DJ Scratch was annoying. DJ Scratch was so annoying.
Was the DJs prior to the versus start? They were the ones entertaining with the music.
This is what happened. DJ Scratch and Kid Capri did the opening set, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Scratch got smoked by Kid Capri. He got smoked.
And
Kid Capri came on there and smoked him.
Okay.
And then Scratch wanted to do. Scratch is dope. When it comes to scratching, Scratch, yeah, his name is right. Scratch wanted to battle. And Kid Capri was like, I don't battle when it comes to scratching. Somebody was on the comments saying, you wouldn't have done that if Cash Money was there. No, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, Robinson said that, Sean.
You wouldn't have done that. No, I'm saying during while it was going on.
Oh, somebody said it while it was happening.
Yes, while people were going on. Like, you wouldn't be this aggressive.
That was Cash Money.
Even Jazzy Jeff.
No, Jeff is a problem.
You would have done that if DJ Scratch, what's his name? Scratch the Bastard or Scratch whatever, white boy. The white boy's vicious. The white boy's man. You wouldn't have done that if Qbert, y'all don't know who Qbert is. I promise you Scratch wouldn't have said all that if he was there. Because that young man, I don't know if he's Korean. I don't know if he's Japanese or Chinese, so I don't want to say it. Qbert, go YouTube him. And see if you ever want to mess with what he does with turntables. Because I don't even understand how they do what they do. I don't understand how he does what he does with turntables. But you decided to go extra hard with Kid Capri when you know Kid Capri's not a battle DJ. That was cowardly.
Tam know her hip hop. Okay, Tam. What Sean say? Scratch was feeling himself since he was hosting the DJ competition.
No way. He still wouldn't have got that extra. I promise you. Especially if Cash, but he knows who Qbert is. He knows he don't want no smoke.
Good morning, Adrian.
That's like me picking somebody. That's like me trying to be funny with somebody who's funny, but they don't do it for a living. That's not what they do. They're a comedic actor. And now I got them on stage. Kid Capri, how about this? You want to battle Kid Capri? Go in front of 5,000 people. Mm-hmm. And y'all each get 10 minutes. Because the crowd already said who killed it last night. Because Kid Capri didn't even give his best set, and Kid Capri destroyed it last night before the battle started. As he always does.
Kid Capri.
I've seen Kid Capri at least 10 times. I've never seen Kid Capri not put a crowd into an uproar. Now, Kid Capri fell for the bait and got on the mic and started rapping. And I was like, shouldn't have done that.
He was rapping? He was rhyming, Kid Capri? That was his big moment. I'm going to show
all Kid Capri had to say.
The
thing is, all Kid Capri had to say was, we already battled. You did your opening set. I did my opening set, and I killed you. This is about Karis One and Kane. That's when you have to. People, that's when you have to keep your calm and you have to relax and say, we already battled Scratch.
Kid Capri was like, nah, I've been working on this verse right here. I'm going to hit him with this. It was
an old verse. I heard that verse before. I heard all the verses before, except the one. There was one Karis verse that I had never heard him say that before. And I was like, uh-oh. Because it got heated. Things started getting heated. Like Big Daddy came. The story behind Karis One and the Juice Crew was that Big Daddy Kane and Karis One were very good friends. Karis One's wife, who passed away, ex-wife, Miss Melody, helped Big Daddy Kane move out his mom's crib into an apartment. And he said when the Juice Crew got into a battle with them and Karis One had dropped everything from South Bronx to Bridges Over, they came to him and was like, yo, you got to get involved. And he was like, MC Shan don't even like me. And MC Shan doesn't even address me, who is part of the Juice Crew, by my name. I'm not involved in this. Karis One is my man. So the battle started getting intense last night when Big Daddy Kane said, "I kept myself out of the battle between you and Shan. You're welcome." And he dropped it. And I was like, now it's getting serious.
Let's take personal shots.
And then it was like 2 or 3 more freestyles that Kane did that were dope. And that's when Kara said, okay. And he started off and killed some written stuff. And then it went in. I heard of that story too, Mike. Yeah, I saw Big Daddy Kane actually tell the story. The battle was immense. The verses was beautiful.
He did self-destruction verse.
He didn't even get to it. He was about to do it 2 times, and then they interrupted, and then he went to all I do is smoke madism. But Kane, dog, there was no. Honestly, as much as people were like, KRS-One is gonna, dog, Kane doesn't have as many anthems as KRS-One has. He just doesn't. Dog, there's just too many. If you ever think about when I'm out of here, all I do is smoke madism. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Step into the black cop. Yeah. Boom, boom. That's the sound of the police. Energy. Boom, 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 boom. Get them. Burp, 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 burp. There's a lot. Yeah. There's songs that I forgot when he did part-time sucker of a K, of a R, of a S. But once again, Big Daddy Kane, literally right now, if Chris and Big Daddy Kane and there was no bias against older rappers, no bias against older rappers, and they let somebody produce look, Big Daddy Kane did something so dope that people are gonna forget. Scratch said, "Yo, do something for the younger cats," and he played a younger cat track, a young track, a track that you would hear now. And Kane went in, and I was like, "Oh," I said, "Dope." If KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane right now with no bias on age, no age bias, and let a producer right now just say, we're going to give you the hardest track right now that everybody listens to, it would destroy things right now. No, listen, y'all. I get it. I understand what y'all doing. And I'm trying to support the baby and Lil Baby, and I'm trying to support the only people that can last, that can hold up, are Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and M. Well, M's not part of that. M's part of us, but you know. Dog, if there was no bias, I was sitting there going like, dog, this is ridiculous. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was an amazing versus. The crowd was amped. The crowd. I think what another thing they should do is they should have mics all over the arena, on top of the arena, because you're not worried about cursing. And mic the crowd. I've been saying this for years. Mic that crowd for good or bad, because you could get booed quickly if that crowd is mic'd. I love the battle rap because they really bag on each other bag. And they were just going. They were just going. It was a beautiful thing.
Subtle shots.
And I didn't know how many shots Kane had. Like, he had some joints in there from the original that I was like, if he would have done them, like, there were a few things that they both edited out their battle.
Or you give the angry face, Adrian. What's that about? What the angry face mean? What that?
Yeah, what is the angry face?
What that mean? You ain't watch verses. You ain't feeling verses. What that mean? I know. I'm looking forward to watching it today. I'm watching. That'll be my thing today.
What are you talking about? You should watch
it. I was going through something yesterday. I was going through emotion.
Addiction. All right, let's take a quick black and mild break. I gotta get some more coffee. And it's gonna be a long day. I got a lot of stuff to do today. I gotta look forward to it. All right, it's Mike Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Mike Shawn and Jay Black. Shout out to our ovaries who are not on the show right now.
A little
We'll come
longer
back.
break. Just a little 4-minute break right here.
Oh, 4-minute break. All right, let's go.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Mike Shawn Takeover Legends. Yeah, y'all.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
It is right, Makai is in the building.
Good morning, guys. What's
Good
up?
morning.
Good morning.
Yo,
How you
Makai, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you, big dog. Appreciate you, Mike. Thank you, son.
Congratulations. Yes. Let me tell you something. I want you to embrace this moment in life
Absolutely.
Because right now the blessings are crazy and
let me tell you, man. Let me tell you.
And you gotta breathe this shit in. Like you gotta breathe it in and be like, yo, this is amazing.
Yo, that's every day, man. Taking it a day at a time. Just grateful to be here. Excited. Doing what I love, man. I'm blessed.
Now, I always like the how you lead to a moment where you get this role. So I want to know, first of all, explain the audition. Explain the audition for the role.
That's wild. Good morning, Tamara. I see you down there in a little chat joint. Okay. My audition process. I was sitting there watching Power one day and was like, yo, I'd love to be on Power because I was a fan of the show, before even becoming a part of the franchise. But I just randomly said it watching TV one day. Nobody was around when it happened. And a week later, my team sent me, they hit me like, yo, we got this audition for Power. And I was hype immediately because it was Power. I loved the show. I could have got shot at the end of that episode. I didn't care.
Right.
So I went in for that first audition. I was like, yo, I'm getting this. I told my team, I want this. So I went in, I left it all on the floor. They called me back. Miss Vicky Thomas, shout out to you, who was the casting director who worked with me for this one. But I went into that second audition. They loved what I did there. And a couple days later, they hit me like, yo, so this audition, this Power you've been auditioning for is called Power Book 3. It's the newest spinoff in the franchise. It's called Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, and you're going to be playing Kanan. It was like what?
The main character?
It was crazy. It was wild. And they were like, so we're gonna test you with somebody who's gonna play your mother. Sit tight, we'll get back to you. A couple of days later, I'm in New York, and that's where I met Patina Miller, who plays my mother on the show. And immediately there was just sparks that flew in the room, man. She walked in with she floated in the room basically. She just drips the power and the respect that you see Rock command. Right. Patina Miller commands when she walks in the room, and that's exactly what happened the day we met. And the first scene, she has the first lines in, and she kind of just punched me in the chest with the intensity she brought, and it just made me excited as a performer to, finally be in a room with somebody who has this intensity and this just fire burning in them. And that's kind of the story of what happened. Sparks flew in that room. Everybody loved what we did. Sasha and 50 and Courtney and Rob, our director for that first episode, who's also one of our EPs, were in that room. They loved what we did. And a couple of days later, they're like, yo, you locked in for Kanan. We'll see you soon. And that was the story of that.
And the dope thing about, and I always wonder this because sometimes you wonder how dope the writers are. How much do they let you veer off the script, or do they keep you really tight on it where it's like, all right, don't do too much. We don't need you adding too much to this.
It's a whole collaborative effort over here, especially with Sasha, especially with Courtney. They're always so willing and open to just hear what you have to say as an artist, as the person who is playing this character every day. Luckily, they've done such a thorough job with the scripts and the writing. There's not much tweaking that really has to be done. Actually, I feel like Sasha does more of the tweaking himself. This man is a machine. He's always working. He'll have the first script up to us and he'll be like, I think I want to change this. This is XYZ that's happening. So that's really the whole thing. He lets us run when we want to run. We'll go up, talk to him like, yo, Sash, I got this idea. I can call this man 2:30 in the middle of the night if I really needed to, asking about the scene that we're shooting the next morning. And, we'll sit there and we'll powwow it out before we get to set. And then even when we get to set, voice crack. What the hell? Even when we get to set, we'll still sit there and work through it, and just make sure everybody's happy while still hitting the points that are in the script, and just making sure it all works and it's collective.
Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm gonna tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Tap in, ladies and gentlemen. It goes down. What up, Kelly G?
Kelly J.
Kelly J. Sorry, Kelly J. We might have to get Kelly J on here. Kelly J, you might have to get yourself together. We need ovaries. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Michael, Shawn, and Jay Black. Sexy Mo couldn't make it today. Shawnee's still recovering. Prayers out to her. Our girl will be back soon. Leah is driving. Good morning, everybody. Patrice Edwards Johnson. Oh, you got the whole name. Go ahead, Patrice.
What up, Patrice? She's a rider. She rides.
A rider. We were talking about the verses last night, which was great. We were talking about Big Daddy Kane. We're telling your followers. Okay. Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One did they damn thing. They're going on tour.
You come on the square? Oh, send me your email in the inbox.
Yeah,
I'll give you the link.
They got
we open.
fun. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Daz Effects, Greg Nice, Smooth B, Nice and Smooth. I think Buckshot Shorty. They're all going on tour. Channel Live came on there, and I think they are going on tour. They're going on a big tour after that. That's what's great. In essence, that's what's great about the verses is that this hip hop thing now. This hip hop thing now of the 90s, late 80s. Late 80s and 90s are about to be on tour. Dog, we're gonna be the Budweiser Superfest. We're gonna be the Frankie Beverly and Maze. It's just gonna be a little more aggressive, perhaps. Maybe that's the word. Tam aggressive. That's what it's gonna be. So everybody who watched it,
Budweiser Superfest.
That's what it is. Like we and all there's so the one thing I was surprised is that Big Daddy Kane didn't bring MC Shan out. For those who are not familiar with this, there was a huge battle between Boogie Down Productions and the Juice Crew, and I thought MC Shan would come out. Everybody on the comments wanted Coogee Rap to come out. Karis will say Coogee Rap denied the invite. And I still don't know why. Why? Yeah, that's right, Mike. It's going to be Woodstock of hip hop, and so many artists that could be on this is going. It's ridiculous.
So Coogee Rap ain't want to do it. Maybe he's out of shape. Maybe he ain't like how sometimes that'll play a part.
Sometimes
people ain't see.
Like I don't even know why Coogee Rap didn't do it, but some people, I think some artists are still having the and this is just my opinion, y'all. Some artists still have the same inferiority complex that they had back in the day. Coogee Rap is one of the dopest rappers ever. Coogee Rap, if you listen to his albums, is dope as hell. Got an N-word on the run. Is one of the best stories ever told. And if you go back and you actually go listen to Coogee Rap's got an N-word on the run. The joint, he's got blazers. So sometimes you think that this cat is still like holding some type of bitterness. Maybe. I'm just speculating right now. Purely speculation. That he's going like, why would I get up in here and do this when I know I was underrated when everybody was out and I didn't get the shine that I should have gotten? Now, some people would say, that's petty. Come on out. Everybody wanted to see Coogee Rap do his verse on the symphony. He was the finale. He was the finale of the symphony. He was the last verse.
It's nice.
Yes.
Ooh-wee.
I'm also surprised that Marley Marl wasn't in the building. For those who don't know who that is, I'm not going to explain everything. That's just hip hop. Marley is just hip hop. So it was an amazing output out there, and somebody was like, they were like trying to get Busta Rhymes. Who's gonna be up against Busta Rhymes? And somebody said Missy Elliott because they're both flamboyant and everything like that. You know, they both got those videos. They both got them songs.
Yeah, over the top.
Boom,
They over the
boom,
top.
boom, 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 boom. They both got a song that goes like this: boom, 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 boom. Both of them.
Yeah.
Missy and Busta both got them beats that you were like.
Probably both produced by Timbo.
Yeah, both produced by Timberland. When you were in the club, you had to dance different. Boom, 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 boom. So I would get that. But go ahead, Jay.
So with having our financial advisor on that, we should probably talk to him about the versus wealth effect. Like what this as he drops. He literally just dropped. Boom.
He'll come back.
Yeah. We was gonna talk about like follow the money, like how the wealth aspect of versus and who's really benefiting, and what's the next phase for that. So yeah, like who's really getting, because when we watch it, we're not seeing the real, like, are they really getting paid from our view?
No, they're getting paid for it, but then you got to understand their streams. The streaming game goes crazy with these artists. So if you think about it, it's probably maybe 2 hours of them just putting their catalog. This is what versus really is, other than for us, it's a versus. It's a battle.
Mm-hmm.
What a versus really is an infomercial for their catalog. So people watching, such as me, I was there when these songs were out. Do you know how many times I said, "Oh," and I bought something, and I don't stream it because some people do their Apple thing and they pay monthly. I just go and I buy the song. I buy the song for whatever it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And these cats make so much money off the streaming. Then after that, after the streaming,
yeah, he's back.
Then they go on tour for like a year or two. And it could be a permanent tour. Like there's no tour that would, if Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One, which they are going on tour, go around the country, and they go around the country once a year. They can do it once, just like Frankie Beverly and Maze. They can go once a year around the country and hit all these cities and get those bags. So it's really an infomercial. Like, no, and God forbid you own your publishing. Jeez.
Sure, man.
Oh my God. God forbid you own the publishing on everything. If you own your masters. If you own your masters, jeez, my God.
Bobby's, I'm trying to see who owns Triller. You got me wondering.
Oh, it's a white dude on Triller. Please.
These last names, they're not black. It's not Johnson. It ain't Williams.
Swiss and Timberland did what they had to do. There's a certain point where you do what you have to do, but you know it's getting sold to a white dude at a certain point.
Yeah.
And when they do tours, they make a lot of money on those. Yes, of course, they make money off those tours. Their streaming numbers get up. And KRS-One ended the verses with this dope ass song that he ended. And I'm trying. I have to watch the verses because basically the ending of the hook, or was it the hook, was Slick Rick, and this beat was so damn hard. And I'm not even saying pause. So damn hard. And I was like, yo, I need this song. I need this song. But yeah, Financial Bully, when he comes up on here, a Financial Rebel. Between Financial Bully and the Bully and the Rebel and Philly, and be so aggressive on there. So and they do tours. Shout out to everybody now. Busta Rhymes did get it featuring Missy and Kelly. The beat is bananas. Dog, Buster's waiting because Buster wants to perform, because Buster's songs are just movies. They're movies. Like Buster's songs are movies. Listen, man. At the height of Busta's career, Busta right now on stage is crazy. At the height of Busta Rhymes' career, when him and Spliff Star were in their late 20s, the energy that they brought to a stage, I've never seen a rapper and a hype man ever perform the way Buster and Spliff perform together. Ever. I've never seen it. I've never seen the like simple stuff that they do that gets the crowd in an uproar. Buster goes, dog. I see why Buster's like, get me somebody who can, and I think Missy, I think this is what I don't like about Missy. I think it agrees. I think it all makes sense with Buster and Missy Elliott. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense on their style of videos, their style of music, and the tracks that are similar and stuff like that. I just need Buster. This is the only thing. This is no disrespect in any way. Buster's not going to go at Missy Elliott. He's not going at Missy Elliott. It wouldn't make any sense for Buster in a battle to go at her. He's not. I need somebody that Buster can put that energy towards. And y'all take it the way y'all want to take it. It wouldn't serve, but Buster would look like a bully. He would
Kelly
look like
J,
a
I sent
bully.
the link. Kelly J, I sent you the link.
He would look like an absolute bully if he went at Missy. It wouldn't be, that's not right. He can't say nothing in a freestyle rhyme to say something to Missy. That wouldn't even make any sense. It would be hip hop violence. What's Missy gonna say back? What's she gonna do?
They both got bars. They both got class.
Missy doesn't have bars.
Good morning. Good morning.
Got bars. Stop. Yes. Once again, like I said, no bars. No bars. Missy is an incredible artist and will write the most incredible songs ever. On stage, she's not. She like what? That's the only thing. I want Buster against somebody who will be aggressive towards him, and I can't think of anybody.
I think Missy can get down. She's the only one that really complements his type of style.
Yes, but
they have the same type of style.
But she has the same. Go ahead.
And they got the same amount of hits, if not more. Missy might have more.
But Boo-Ha got you all in check. There's nothing Missy's gonna play.
Boo-Ha.
When he says, "Don't make my people want to jump, jump. Don't make my people want to jump, jump." She's got songs, but what I'm saying when it comes to bars. When Buster starts going in, he can't go in on her. Because we'll be like this. We'll be like, Buster, what are you doing? You can't go in on Missy.
You don't got to go in that way, and I agree with you. But I think going song for song, I think it'd be entertaining.
But then when there's the thing is, when there's 7,000 people in the audience, and then you get caught up in what you're doing, and you say the wrong thing, then everybody goes like, why you say that?
Hip hop.
Like Fat Joe.
It's hip hop.
We just saw it with Fat Joe though. So I get you.
I need a dude because every time, like Kane was really poking the bear. Kane really wanted smoke. He kept going, all right, Chris, I'm gonna spit these, even though I ain't got as many songs as you got, I'm gonna keep spitting these, like what you gonna do? And what?
Those freestyles. I loved it. I loved Kane's performance last night.
And
did he dance? Did he dance? He did his one little routine.
A little bit. He brought what was it? Scoop Lover. He brought Scoop Lover out. They did their thing.
Scoop and Scrap.
Scrap wasn't there.
Yeah, Scrap wasn't there. And then when Chris was like, "Okay, this is what we gonna do." Okay, and then it got serious for a second when Chris was like, "Okay, turn the music down. Let's go."
Freestyle. I love it.
And then I was like, "But see, that's what I'm saying about Buster and Missy. It's not that Missy's not amazing. She's iconic. It's that we will turn on Buster if he does that with me. I need that person who's willing to put that energy to Buster. And I can't think of that person because Old Dirty Bastard passed away. Like I can't, and I don't think Old Dirty Bastard has the songs. Old Dirty Bastard has the attitude to go like, yes, like, okay, is that what we gonna do? Let's do it then.
I mean, I think the only other person might be Meth, but I wouldn't want to see Meth in a matchup. That wouldn't be fun to me.
So Buster's in a predicament right now.
And Ludacris is too not in that era, right?
But Ludacris already did one. That's my thing. Like all these cats already did one. Somebody said LL Cool J, and I did say this about LL Cool J. I started thinking about it, and I was like,
he hasn't lost the battle yet.
I was like,
well, he lost to that cannabis. I don't care what nobody say.
no. I mean, everybody's caught it.
That second round knockout was
You're
ridiculous.
smoking cannabis on that.
Well, if that's the case, Jay-Z.
He did not lose that.
No, he did lose that to cannabis. Yeah, he lost that. Cannabis smoked him.
He didn't lose
because the greatest rapper of all time died on March 9th. Yeah. It's the same way Jay-Z lost to Nas. Let's keep it clear. The same way Ether stopped playing.
I didn't like second round knockout.
In your own sitcom. He said it's smash. He had to call Louis Farrakhan.
Yes. That second round knockout.
That was just
on the low. Everybody would say the bridge is over, hit him up and stuff like that on the low because Cannabis's career didn't go commercially the way it should have. On the low, that's one of the most direct disses that I've ever heard where I was like, yo, he just picked you apart. Mm-hmm. And the reply, because L had a reply to that and it didn't work.
I thought the reply was better. That's just me though. That's just
no. Oh, but you're right. This is you though. You're a big LL fan. But LL and Buster in front of 10,000 people.
Maybe, but it's not the same era. Like LL is hip hop's first kid superstar. So
yeah, but they do at some point overlap.
A little bit.
They're like multiple
together. Yeah, they got songs together. Yeah.
They got multiple albums that overlap. And L is the one person who, when Buster brings all that energy, and L, dog, if he does, when he does, I'm bad.
I'm bad.
Just the
Mama
intro.
Knock me out. I mean,
when he does, Mama said knock you out.
It's so
when
many.
he does Rock the Bells 1 and the original Rock the Bells.
Radio.
When he does Cars Drive By with a Booming System. When he does Jingling Baby.
Non-stop hits.
And when he says, I got one for the ladies and says, I need love, it's a problem. Like, no.
Yeah, he got joints.
But the funny part, like, stop that right there. He plays that. This is why I think it's a good battle. He plays that and Busta does his verse from Scenario. Now you got the crowd in an uproar.
Here we go, yo.
You got the crowd in an uproar. You got here's Busta Rhymes with the Scenario, and he goes, as I combine all the juice from. Now you got a whole crowd. You got a whole crowd in an uproar. Like, and then LL's like, he says, all right, F it, I'm going to go. LL Cool J is hard. And then Busta says, don't make my people want to jump. Dog, you got a crowd right now that might be punching each other in the face. You might literally. In a good way, in an absolute good. So, okay. So you saw the battle. First of all,
let's bring Kelly J in. We got one of our people here. We have
Kelly's like 12. So Kelly J's in here, but she's like 12. Like Kelly's 12.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
Oh,
that's 32. Not bad. That's not. You look 12, which is a blessing.
Thank you. Don't crack.
I wish Puerto Rican didn't crack. Goddamn, I wish Puerto Rican didn't crack. Goodness gracious. All right, so come on, give me your battle. I mean, we normally talk about finances, and we will talk about finances.
Nah, listen, I love hip hop.
But you love hip hop, so give me how you analyzed the battle last night between Big Daddy Kane, KRS One, and then I want you to I want you to answer the question: did DJ Scratch annoy you last night? Continue.
So, no, Scratch didn't annoy me. That's hip hop. I loved it. He might have went a little too far, but I was cool with it. I'm not the biggest Kid Capri fan. I'm going to tell you why. I think Kid Capri ruined the party. He talked about rocking the party from nation to nation. He has. But he also is like the creator of that whole jump cut. Play a song, 15 seconds, jump to the next. I hate that stuff. Hate it.
Yeah, you're from Philly.
Yep.
No, but you rocking the crowd with that. But go ahead, people want that energy.
Yeah, but it's like, damn, you can't even really get into a song. But I get it. Y'all not gonna like my response. I call it a draw. But Chris had the slight edge.
And you know what? You say we're not gonna like that. And my thing was, I agree with you because every time they did a song, they took you to a whole nother vibe. They have nothing in common when it comes to their music.
No.
other than his dope hip hop.
Chris does have more hits. He does.
Yeah, like
but Kane's stage performance, impeccable.
And lyrically, Kane can hang with anybody. And I was just amazed by it because I was like, these cats are so dope, and neither one of them, like, they actually only battled each other because they're friends. Because they honestly, even in the fact that they came up at the same time, they're so different. They're just so different.
But you do know that back in the day when they were talking about the whole Rakim, Kane never wanted to battle Rakim. He always wanted to battle KRS.
Yeah.
And he said that. And it makes sense. I will say this, though. I'm glad KRS got it, because anytime you talk to the old head hip hop lovers, who are the greats, it's always Rakim, it's Kane, maybe Coogee Rap. KRS-One gets mentioned, but not that much. After last night, it's undeniable. It's undeniable.
Well, for me, KRS-One was what, you know, for me, KRS-One was what Eminem is now. Listen, y'all can get mad at me all you want. Don't nobody want no smoke with Eminem.
I don't want to watch a versus with Eminem.
You would because Eminem lyrically would literally put on I've seen Eminem live. Eminem is the guy that no matter how loud that beat is, you understand every single word that's coming in his mouth, just like KRS-One.
So for the record, Eminem is a lyrical giant. But he doesn't make songs that really resonate with us that much.
I sit back with my bag of zigzags and this bag of this weed that gives me the needed to be the most meanest MC on this earth. You gonna tell me I am? Isn't you go?
It's okay. He got a couple.
You gonna tell me
he got a couple?
Hey, you gonna
name me
a
20
couple?
Joints. Name me 20 joints you can rock at the cookout.
I'm looking. I just pulled up a couple.
I hate that.
No. Play 50 patiently waiting. Play 50 patiently waiting. Play Renegades. Play
And Jay beat him in Renegade, by the way.
Oh, you stop it. Jay got destroyed on Stop it.
Mike always say that Jay got beat on his own track.
When Nas brings it up, everybody and their mother knows. You stop.
I'm just saying. And Renegade was actually M's song that Jay got put on his album.
Yeah. Like, stop. Eminem don't got hits, he got smashes.
For that community, yes.
Oh, really? For that community?
He's not a versus 20 artist type of 20 songs.
Dog.
I don't think so.
Eminem got 20 joints in his sleep.
But versus, you're not playing Stan.
Oh, yes, you are playing Stan. Oh, yes, you are.
Stan is like one of the #1 songs.
But versus
you are playing Stan all day long.
And I like Stan. I think
and
Stan
don't play his Rihanna joint. Don't get it. You want the ladies? Don't play his Rihanna joint, which is y'all better stop right now. Y'all better stop.
It's a vibe.
Y'all, dog. M is so. If you want record sales, he got record sales. You want just bars where we turn off the music? He got bars where we turn off the music. You want crossover joints? He got crossover joints.
He does. Just not for us.
No, for us.
No.
Us brought him out. This is what kills me when people say not for us. The people who made the song.
When's the last time you've been to a black cookout and you heard Eminem play?
When's the last time you've been to a black hip hop show and you seen black people?
No, but that wasn't the question. You just remixed it.
I'm sorry, but
well, you ain't never been to my cookout because if you play this right here, y'all gonna stop.
They're not playing this at the cookout though. This is not a cookout joint.
No, they not playing. They're not playing KRS-One at the cookout. Stop playing.
Nah, you getting Chris play the cookout.
No, you're not. Because the person controlling the cookout is not playing KRS-One.
The Sound of the Police.
Now we're playing it. We're not playing the Sound of the Police at the cookout. Stop.
I was, but I'm a KRS-One fan. So
I'm a KRS-One. I'm from the Bronx. I remember his promos. I remember him doing promos for DJ Red Alert. But anyway, all right. So Kelly, you watched it. What was your opinion on it, Kelly?
I actually didn't get a chance to watch it. I was out.
Take a block off.
Driving.
You and Jay Black. See, you're only 32. Jay Black's 62. Why Jay Black didn't watch it doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
I was going through something.
I was out driving, and I had watched the Cowboys game, and boom, driving.
Oh, don't bring that Cowboys game up and ruin my day, please.
God. Back to the verses. So
I gotta sit up here.
The versus wealth effect. Talk about it. Like break it down. The streams. Like where does this lead to? How does this help make money?
I mean, I saw Mike or heard Mike just say a couple minutes ago, like the streams go out through the roof, right? It's known that every time an MC or artist gets on verses, their streams go crazy. But not just the streams, the touring. Kane and KRS are going to be on tour. Jada and Dipset and the Locks are going to be on tour together. So now you're getting to revitalize. These groups that were dope, but bringing them even further more mainstream. And so I think it's awesome. And, look at Ja Rule, right? Sadly got slandered because of the whole 50 Cent thing. And now it's back on top. So you'll probably see Ja streams come back higher than they were before. And the man's literally got hits. So, the versus effect is real. The versus effect is really real. And I was just thinking about this, right? Fat Joe isn't even a part of versus, but he's a part of versus because of everything he's done. Like, you can't separate the two. Yep. So, like, he's the official after party remixer, announcer, analysis, or analyst. I don't know. Did he do one last night? I missed it.
No, he didn't do one last night because he was there. So the after party was crazy. Everybody get on my IG live. Can y'all send me if you can? Can y'all get on there? Jay Black, can y'all get on there so everybody can get, I want everybody's perspective to get heard. Good morning, Kels. Give them that great Leo energy. She's on here. She didn't watch the verses, but I understand she watched that damn Cowboy game. But I want to get everybody on here so I can
good. You sound like a hater right now, Mike.
No, I hate the Cowboys, but I love the fact that I see where this is going. I see where this Cowboy season is going, but it's good because you got to be patient. Because I told people if you're not a Cowboy fan, it's going to be a long season until the second week of the playoffs. It's going to be a long season until that happens. But this is why this is why I said DJ Scratch was annoying yesterday. Kamari. I said Kamari. I'm calling you like from the root.
Yeah, Kamari last week.
Yeah.
I did. I'm horrible with names. Yes, we won. Dave, I know you won. I get it. Bill Belichick choked out. I get it. Can you say our Cowboys won, Mike? Your Cowboys won. But y'all always like this in the middle of the season, like in the beginning of the season. Y'all always like
had
this.
A soft schedule to start. Everyone knew the first 6 games it should have been 6.
They didn't have first of all, they didn't have a soft schedule to play Tampa Bay the first game.
Anyway.
Mike wanted to smoke today. He went all the smoke. He messed with these Cowboys.
No, I don't even like the Cowboys. I'm a Giant fan.
Clearly.
But goddamn, but they played Tampa Bay the first game and almost won. Like that's that Eagle Philly hate where it just it's not rational. Okay, so this is why DJ Scratch is a bully. This is why I was annoyed by DJ Scratch. First of all, it's not your battle.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to battle Kid Capri because you know what? That Kid Capri is not a battle DJ. I want that same aggression. If DJ Cash Money would have been across from you.
Or Jazzy.
Or Jazzy Jeff. Obviously Jazzy. I just think Jazzy Jeff right now, Jazzy's in the zone where Jazzy's like the John Stockton of DJing. He's perfect. But he's not jumping from the free throw line anymore. Jazzy Jeff is like, I'm perfect. My transitions are perfect. But you didn't want the ignorance of somebody. So you jumped on that and you wanted to kill Kid Capri. And it's like, I'm sitting there going like, dog, Kid Capri's never been a battle DJ, Scratch.
But you're in a battle arena. And DJing is actually more important to hip hop than MC. So I get it.
So then wait till Versus says is a DJ Scratch battle against Kid Capri, and don't try. And when you get checked by the rapper that you're DJing for, and the rapper that the rapper is battling against, and they both got to check you, that's when it goes like, all right. Even Kane was like, dog, we're not doing that.
Well, Kane wanted to be respectful. That's all.
Yeah, but then he was like, then after that, well, before that, he's like, Chris, let's take it to the original. Let's take it to, and Chris was like, F no. I'm not battling you, dog. Like everybody had to sun him. Everybody had to be like, KRS-One said F no.
But here's the thing. KRS-One is the spokesperson for hip hop, all elements, right? Everybody thinks hip hop is just rap. It's not rap. Breaking, graffiti, and Mike, if you grew up from the Bronx, you know what it is. My family lived in the Bronx, so that's why I love hip hop so much. So I get why he said what he said and what he did. It added another element to verses. So, and Kid came back. His comeback was respectable. It was definitely respectable. He didn't.
Yeah, but it was just if KRS-One shut you down and then your own rapper shuts you down. Don't you think it's a bit much at that point, dog?
But Big Daddy Kane also kind of told him to go get him as well, though.
No. Big Daddy Kane was stalling and said, Go ahead, go in.
Right.
And then he went into the Kid Capri set. He was like, dog, that's not what I meant.
But then Scratch took off his shoe. As you know, Scratch loves
and we're going to do the same 30-year-old routines again.
Listen, it works. It works.
First of all, let me tell you how God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. Because after he went at Kid Capri, his set was sloppy as hell. I've heard him do what he was doing, and it was sloppy. It was super sloppy because he was trying to blatantly just be like, this is not your forum, Scratch.
So he did the shoe thing. Did he do the mask too?
He did the mask thing for the 6,000th time. Friday the 13th, I'm going to play Jason. And then he went like this. Yo, Big Daddy, come back here. Walk back here so they can all see me. Friday the 13th so I can play Jason. Friday the 13th so he gets under. And he's like, go. We know you putting the mask on. Friday the 13th, Friday, play Jay. We get it. It's an old routine.
That's all right, though.
And I tell you, I know there was so many DJs like, go ahead, Scratch. Do that with Qbert. Do that with DJ Qbert. See if you want any of that. Get the smoke detector out because you will evacuate with the smoke.
But that's kind of how Versus started. It was Swizz versus Timberland, and they were doing their whole production / DJ thing. So I thought it was cool. Did he go a little overboard? A little bit.
Nah, it was come on, like you're. And the irony of it is, I told Jay, all Kid Capri had to say is, we both did a set to open the show, and I smoked you.
What up,
now? I didn't see that set.
Yeah. They Scratch did his first 10 minutes, then Kid Capri. And I like Scratch. But my thing is like, Kid Capri smoked him. If you get 10,000 people in an arena.
I want to say this though, for the record, D-Nice should have DJ'd for KRS-One. That would have been epic.
Yeah,
are they beefing?
There's not beef, but there's history. There's not.
There's history, but I thought they made up over all that. So.
Yeah. I think they did too. But I think Kid Capri, Kid
Capri's from the Bronx too, right? If I remember.
Yeah, he's from the Bronx. Yeah. Let's be clear. It was going to take
bad.
But it was going to take a bigger bag to get D-Nice.
But for Chris, he put him on. It was the squad. That was.
I love you, Jay.
Mike said, I love you, Jay.
I love you, Jay. Just make sure. If you want to get Dr. Smith to do it for you, go ahead. But
I mean, because when you look at the numbers, right, they only hit about 100, 101, 102 on Instagram.
No, they got to 135.
Okay.
Yeah, they got to 135, 140,000.
Right, but they didn't crack, that 500,000 that many times you see.
They did the E40 too short numbers.
No, but the problem is we always say this. Like, I didn't know Fat Joe. We were joking about Fat Joe and Ja Rule's numbers. And then come to find out, when you go to the apps, their numbers were outrageous.
Right.
Like, there's all we're watching, if you're watching on Instagram, you're seeing the smallest portion of the numbers.
But that's what we go by, just IG. We're not going by the Triller and all the other ones.
But I'm not going by that because I got caught out there joking Fat Joe and Ja Rule, and then come to find out these numbers were huge. And I'm like, you're not playing me no more.
Right.
Oh, no, you're not.
And everything else. I get that. But just on the surface right now, before all the numbers come in, I think the numbers could have gone higher had they had the D Nice, and it would have fit perfectly. But
Yeah, they probably.
I get it. Your point's valid too, Mike.
Yeah, I think they were probably like D Nice wants 500,000. They were like, Jesus Christ. They were like, yo, let's have a talk. And Timberland was like, damn, he wants 500,000.
Let's get Scratch. He could do the mask.
Yeah, Scratch can do the mask. The mask only costs $10.
Well, Scratch would have been. You couldn't have D Nice do Big Daddy Kane. It had to be a BDP thing.
No, I'm just saying, like, we were just negotiating the whole thing. Like, we got to get Scratch, then we get D Nice to do what did he say he want again? He want more than the rappers? Jesus Christ.
Just call me Nice.
He was more than the damn rappers. But in essence, that was the first battle that I really said, I really was like, yeah, this is good. This was good. Like, this is good for everybody. Like, nobody lost. Like, I love Fat Joe, and Fat Joe's personality actually oversees everything, but he lost against Ja Rule. Like, we all know he lost against Ja Rule. Like that. I mean, but we knew he was gonna lose against Ja Rule before.
No, a lot of people are swayed by personality, though. They're swayed by personality.
You're right.
We are in celebrity culture worship.
You're right.
Mecca, right? And so people forgot Ja's got a lot of number one hits.
Yeah, which is so remarkable. Like, it.
And Ja's a performer, right? He's not just a rapper. He's actually a full-fledged entertainer.
Everybody lower your phone. See if you lower your phones. Just real quick. Just make sure you have because I have to. I don't know what it is about my phone. I'm about to put my earbuds in my phone. So
yeah, why didn't Kane have Mr. C DJ for him? That was
Mr. C was on there, and I don't know. No, Mr. C was on his IG Live. He was like, I didn't have. He said, "I didn't have any problem with not being a DJ, but did Colin Powell die?
Yep, he just passed from COVID.
Are you serious?
Yep.
COVID is real, people.
COVID is real.
They're gonna say he had pre-existing though, because of his age or something. They're gonna spin that.
All right, let's get Kelly in this because Kelly's just sitting here in our square.
I don't mind. I'm enjoying this.
Kelly's mad you talked about our Cowboys.
Cassandra. Okay. Cowboys, man. I'm not putting up. They was putting up a bunch of comments. I'm not putting them up. Talking all that Super Bowl. I left them right where they were at. Sorry, Dave.
God, can y'all just get to the playoffs and go to the playoffs before y'all start with the not you, Kelly, but everybody. The reason why people destroy Cowboy fans is because what's happening right now. Y'all act like y'all have never had a good season, and it just goes haywire.
Look,
I got people on IG Live going, we're gonna take the haters week by week. What haters? You guys have done nothing for 25 years and still are the biggest rated team in the NFL. What haters?
Most selling merch too.
You got the most selling merch. You got it all. What haters are you talking about? Lamar Jackson with the Ravens, he can talk about haters. This man is the number one quarterback right now in the NFL and still can't get the love he deserves. It's like, oh, I'm tired of all that. What are you talking about haters? Every stadium you go to is never a road game. It's almost like a home game no matter where you go, unless you go to Philly, unless you go to certain cities where unless you go to like, I can't even say Oakland anymore because Oakland's in Las Vegas, so it's not even going to happen. Like, tired of all you haters. What haters? Dog, I literally, if you asked me if I'd want to be the quarterback for a team that was going to the NFC Championship and losing, or the Cowboys who made the first round of the playoffs and lost, I'd still want to be the quarterback for the Cowboys.
No, you wouldn't.
They say
yeah.
Favorite team.
Dog, no white man has ever protected black men. Jerry Jones is the Johnny Cochran of football. Like when I tell you, when you come to Dallas, you damn near have to be Donald Trump and shoot somebody in broad daylight to get in trouble. Like you literally have to. Like, dude, he had an offensive lineman that killed somebody in a drinking and driving accident. Jerry made sure he ain't go to jail. He ain't never play in the league again because Jerry was like, even I can't do that, dog. Like I don't know what to tell you. But when Cowboy fans be like, oh, we got haters. You ain't got no damn haters. Shut up. Whatever. Y'all ain't got no haters. Whatever.
I think it's just everybody who always say like Cowboys ain't ish, stuff like that. I don't necessarily care. I just like being able to say, "Oh, we won." You know, I know where we
In
are.
94. We won in 94. We won before I was born. Go ahead.
No, I mean, but the actuality of it, Kelly, like, and I tell Cowboy fans, if they would just stop worrying about haters and just be like, look, you watch my games. We all watch their games.
Exactly.
Our team ain't even got to be part of the game. I watched their game yesterday with the Patriots, like the Giants were playing. Like I was in my bag of feelings when Belichick kicked off on a 4th and 6 in overtime, because once he punted, I said, it's over, Belichick. Your defense is not going to stop them in overtime. It's done. It's done.
Yeah,
Done. Done.
So, Mike, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Speaking versus, right? Speaking this COVID pandemic again, RIP to Colin Powell. I think there's a lot of lessons still to be learned from a business perspective coming out of COVID. I would love to hear what you have to say about it, right? Because versus started during COVID. D Nice got his prominence during COVID. I think there's something there. If you do something you're really passionate about, you put it out for the world to see, and then you let the chips fall where they may. But again, I still see a lot of people say they're unhappy with their jobs, whatever it may be, and a lot of folks won't go for it. So what do you think about that?
I think a lot of it has to do with insecurity, and nobody wants to put their neck out there and catch the pie in the face, which D-Nice could have. When D-Nice, just for example, when D-Nice did what he did, he could have caught the pie in the face. People could have said he was whack.
Just for DJing?
Just for DJ. People could have said you're a whack DJ, but you had to put yourself out there. You had to put the whole thing out there and go like, let's see where this goes. Financial Rebel, even with your the show that you do on Wednesdays, right? You're on IG. You're doing a financial show. There's a good chance in the ignorance of, we have a portion of ignorance in our culture that could have been like, all I'm worried about is TMZ, Shade Room, and you could have done that, and people could have been like, who the hell cares about financial literacy and all that other stuff? But you put it out there.
Right.
And he had his highest numbers thus far. This month of October's been on fire.
Yes, amazing numbers.
I saw that. Your numbers shot up. I was like, whoa, go ahead.
Yep.
But a lot of people are too cool for the room, and you don't want to get that you don't want to catch that L. You don't want to catch the L. You want to wait till Little Duval does what he does on IG before you do it, even though you might have had the idea first. You don't want to state your opinion on IG and catch the payback for it, but you wait till everybody else takes the chance. And then you wonder why, for whatever it is that you're trying to promote, you wonder why you don't catch the applause and the money and all that first because you were scared to do it. I'm like, if there's something that you're passionate about and you can use any of these platforms, go do it. What like, we literally care about people that we don't know will hurt our feelings more than people that we do know that say we whack. I don't understand what's holding anybody back anymore.
I guess you just want people to support. It goes back to what Dave Anderson said the other day, how he had that for business owners, guaranteed $8,000 to help get your business. You just got to pay $600 back per month, something like that. Like guaranteed loan up front for $8,000. And people are not taking advantage. I get scared to take that leap of faith that if you need the money to get your business going, here's a way to get it started. And then you got to pay it back monthly and within reason. And
but Dave got the balls to ask for the money. Let's go to the core. Dave got what it takes to say, I'm going to ask you for this amount of money, and I can get you this amount of money. He's willing to put his neck on the line for people to say, you out your damn mind. I wish I would give you that bread.
Now,
I wish I would.
What about those who say, like, again, they are not, let's say they're not afraid to put themselves out, but they feel like IG is not going to pay them. Because again, D Nice has been DJing for a while, right? Everybody with Versus has been doing that thing for a while. They kind of basically did this for free. Now Versus is making money now with the sponsorships, but in the beginning, it wasn't no real money in it at first.
Right.
But people don't want to do stuff for free. I see a lot of times. So what do you say about that?
Let me tell you something. Some of the most important gigs I've done for free. So the only reason I'm in radio and I had this career is because I did it for free to begin with. Let me tell you something. I wasn't getting paid nothing to go up to the radio station to talk to Mike Fox every Friday. I wasn't asking for gas money. I didn't ask for any tickets. I didn't ask for CDs. All I asked was you're going to give me an opportunity and I'm going to let my talent shine and see where it goes from here. If y'all worried about getting paid from the door, y'all are crazy for real, man.
I need a check. Who cutting the check? I need a check up front. I need that bread.
Miss out on opportunities because it's all about the dollar amount. Nobody's willing to do the work no more for free. And they don't understand it takes that experience, the free work, in order to start getting paid.
I got some of the nicest checks I've ever gotten with relationships with people and shows I did because the first 10 times I performed for free.
Dang. So you sold into those relationships.
Yes.
That's a lot.
10 times. I used to be at Caroline's nightclub in New York City. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. The promoter would have me, and I think I got like $30, and I would drive an hour and a half to go there. And he would put me at the end of the show because I was killing him the most. So I would sit there after 5 comedians. I would get out there the latest, get $35, have to drive home the furthest, an hour and 35 minutes, to wake up the next morning at 6 a.m. to get to the stock room to work. I did this repeatedly. From those shows is where I started meeting people, and that's how I got to L.A. That's how I got to L.A. through those shows. That's how I got my connections to do shows. That's how I got on BET Comic View, Showtime at the Apollo. I got all those from never complaining. Just said, I got a crowd of people in New York City where the crowd is sold out, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna tear this down. So yes, it was more than 10 shows actually. I never made more than $50 in New York at a gig in a comedy club or in a place where I went to Brooklyn, the Bronx, Harlem. I never made more than $50.
What fueled all that though, Mike? Was it just passion? Was it you said, all right, I'm gonna get a bag eventually? You just investing?
I just went with the day I got on stage, the day I went to an open mic, and I paid $10 to get on an open mic. You paid. I paid $10. I went to a comedy club and I saw people performing, and I was there and I stopped listening to what they were saying, and I started thinking to myself what I would say. And then ignorance is bliss. I went to the bar and I went to the comedian and said, how do I do this? And I said the words that every comedian giggles when they hear somebody say this. I'm funny. How do I do this? Dude told me to go to an open mic that week at that comedy club in the afternoon at 3:00. I paid $10 to do 5 minutes. I had 5 minutes. They laughed once. The minute they laughed, it was probably the second time in my life I had the epiphany of all epiphanies. I knew that's what all I was going to do for the rest of my life.
So was it like the voice of God saying, Mike?
It was your voice. The voice of God said, the voice of God said, I finally gave you your one skill set.
But right, people don't want to put that work in. They want that money up front.
Yep.
For all their time and energy. I want my bag right now. Mark said if you build a relationship with the bag, it will come.
But then my other thing is, if you find something that you are literally more than I wish I could think of a word more than passionate. I'm more than passionate about comedy. I know what this makes me feel like.
You live it. It's in your DNA.
Yeah, like I don't care if it's 10 people, 1,500 people, it doesn't matter. So when I found that passion, and I said this, and you'll love this. I said, can you imagine if we had something right now that we were selling, that we said, when you walk in this room, when you leave, you will understand what you're going to do. Your occupation is going to be for the rest of your life. And we guarantee it. People would pay millions of dollars for this, thousands, whatever they could afford. If it's $1,000, they would pay it. I paid $10 to get it. I paid $10.
And it was the best $10 you ever spent.
Ever.
Right.
Ever.
So what do you say to those people that just don't want to take that leap of faith? That's nervous. It's like, man, they come up with excuses of why it can't work, but they got the vision of what they want to do. They just need that push, but they're like, nah, it ain't gonna work because of this.
You know, my advice is you're gonna die eventually.
Facts.
And you can either die doing what you're passionate about, and technically maybe people say you failed, or you can die doing what everybody else told you to do. At the end of the day, it's how did you want to spend the rest of the years? So to me, I see people struggling doing exactly what they want to do, and then I see people doing what they don't want to do. And I see the difference in how they wake up every day, and I see the difference on how their conversation is every day. The one person is always trying to figure out, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm trying to get this. And the other person is going like, I hate doing this. And I'm like, I'm not telling you to quit your job by any means. Do you?
Man, my baby father, he gets on my nerves. He don't help and support me. Who gonna watch my child if I get? They got a lot of excuses, man.
It's a lot of excuses though, but it's the excuses.
Obstacles, rather. Let's say obstacles. Say
but
what, Kelly?
Only excuses that they have. If you working a 9 to 5, you still got to figure out what your kid gonna do. You still got to figure out if your baby daddy trip. You still got to figure all that out. Working a 9 to 5, so why not take that same thing into your own business? You still got to figure it out. So why not?
Kelly, what did you say yesterday that you were doing that you couldn't watch the verses?
I was driving.
Driving what?
My own driving company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
What? Like how? Like is it?
I'm
Uber?
pretty much like,
Lyft?
as my friends call it, I'm the hood Uber and Lyft. But yes, I drive around out DFW. I actually travel outside of Texas, so I've been to Oklahoma, Louisiana. Houston. Well, that's Texas, but Houston. But Oklahoma, Louisiana, and where else did I go? I feel like I went somewhere else, and I can't think. But drive all around Dallas. I just got my new car last year. I've already put over almost 70,000 miles on it.
Damn,
but I drive
in a year.
Assistant. Like I don't need nothing stop me. But I'm 32 with no kids. Let me say that. I ain't got no.
But
kids.
Kelly, yesterday you worked, right?
Yeah.
And today we hit you at the last minute. And you were watching the show to come on the square to be part of the show, right?
Be the ovaries for the day.
You ain't get a cent.
No, but there's a passion of mine. Like I have my own show, but there's a passion.
But this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. I've done your show.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the drive that you have when you're doing it because you really want to do it.
Yeah.
So once you catch that passion, now how you get the passion, hey, that's between you and your higher power. You gotta figure that out. You gotta. I can't tell you what your passion is, and that's what I tell my kids. All 3 of my daughters, find it. Open your mind up to what it is that you really are willing to do. Go above and beyond for because you want to, not because somebody told you had to. Yeah. So
it's funny. A college professor of mine, I asked him that question: how do you find your passion? And he said, "Don't you think it's remarkable that Jesus, Muhammad, and Buddha all went to the desert, sat under these trees, and then had these aha moments. So they just went did some time of meditation, set themselves apart from everybody else, got alone, got with God, and there you are. They figured it out.
No, you're 100% right about that. And when people say blocking out the noise, it took me a minute to get what blocking out the noise is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have the exact analogy, but I know there's a point where you have to block out the noise and find out, and it takes a minute. I just happen to get it in a moment, what it is I'm supposed to be doing here. And blocking out the noise is everybody has an opinion on what you're supposed to be doing.
That's a fact.
Everybody tells you what.
If that was me, you shouldn't have did that.
Oh, if I hear that one more time, if I was you, this is what I would do. But you're not. So why don't you just do what you do? Like, why don't you just do what you do instead of telling if I was you? And guess what? I found myself, I had to check myself telling people if I was you, and I'm like, oh, I just said that. Because you think you're giving advice, but then you're like, well, take your own advice, internalize it, and take your own. DJ Super said, I found my passion for radio when I was a kid listening to Takeover Legends. Thank you, Super. Mike knows I'm a student of this. Like, Super loves radio.
Yeah. He just
Super
called you
loves
old,
radio
too.
when
He
it's
just
not
called
cool
you
to
old,
love
too.
radio.
He called you
Go
old,
ahead, Jay.
though. He called you old, though. He called you old. He said when I was a kid.
Oh, no. Real talk.
Look, wait, I was on with you. Wait a minute.
And you was on with me. What are you talking about?
I guess we all old.
We all old. No, yeah. But yeah, you find your passion and you go for it. Now he's popping. He's in so many markets. Super's doing all these big time. You know, he's all over. So yeah, he found his passion and it's good.
And please don't bail when the failure comes, because you can't succeed if you can't handle the failure. I don't know what to tell you, though. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, when the failure comes, man. I don't know. It's just part of life every day. You fail on a Tuesday that nobody knows about. It'll be a Tuesday. You be like, yo, I failed.
But
What
it's
they
like
say, nobody.
from that failure determines if you really wanted it or not.
Yeah. Where they say nobody cares about the failures, only the ones. They forget about the failures.
Yeah. There legit will be a day during the week where I'll be like, yo, I really don't even want to talk to anybody about how I failed today. Like, I really didn't hold up my end of the bargain, or I did hold up my end of the bargain, and what I thought was going to be turned out to be dope was not dope. What I thought was going to be amazing was not amazing. And then it's like it's going home and being like, okay, I can really just cuddle up right now and tap out, or I can be like, reevaluate what I did. Not reevaluate what I'm going to do with my life, but reevaluate what did I do wrong? Like, what was it? How can I change it? How can I reinvent it? What was it? Was it just my attitude that day? It could have just been plain and simple. You had a shitty attitude, Mike.
I love when Master P says there's no losses. There's only lessons.
And you hear that all the time for people who succeed. Like dog, like how many times? Go ahead, Kelly.
Succeeding. Like
what?
A lot of people when they're getting started, they don't see the hard work that people put into it. It's only, oh, they're this millionaire, or they're this, or they're that. So no one knows the failures that they had to go through. And then of course the people who have succeeded, most time they have classes on how they got to where they are, but you got to pay for it. So you have some people who will go ahead and pay for it because, hey, they saw it working, and you have some people who won't. It just really depends on them and how bad you want it.
And it's all like everybody has a different journey. Like everybody wants to duplicate somebody else's journey. How is that possible? People are like, yo, Mike, aren't you mad that you could have been Kevin Hart? I could have never been Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart is Kevin Hart.
Right.
I could have never been that person.
But y'all came together. Y'all was coming up together. Y'all was doing the same shows. That could have been you, Mike.
But it's just the common sense part of it. My 3 daughters happened. The reason why I have my 3 daughters is because I didn't do what people said I was supposed to do in LA. If I stay out in LA, I don't have Amani, Akela, and Autumn. So you got to think. Like the destiny part, for me, nothing happens by coincidence for me. Like I would have been, if I would have done exactly what people said I would have done, I don't know if I would have lived through my addiction in LA. Because I was about to pop. And y'all can think whatever y'all want who's watching this. I was about to pop. But I would have died out there because my insecurities would have been too crazy. There was no way I was going to deal with being out in Los Angeles, in LA for the months I was out there losing. There was no way I was going to make it through that.
Wow.
There was no way I was going to be out there and not OD on something. There was no way I was not going to do something more than alcohol. There was no way. Like, I was just so caught up in everything and so insecure. Like, my insecurities were too strong to be able to be like, nah, I'm not going to do that. No, I was gonna try and fit in where they what is it? Fit in where you get in or whatever. That's what I was trying to do.
Get in when you fit in.
Get in where I fit in. And if they would have been cocaine on the plate, I would have done the cocaine.
Hey, who's next?
That's honest.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been the person to be like, nah, I'm good. I know I wouldn't have. I would have had liquor, and I'm like, yo, just hypothetically speaking, Jamie Foxx and Quincy Jones and all these people they're doing cocaine, and Mike's gonna go like, no, I'm not doing that. That's psych. I'd have been right up in there and wouldn't have been built to handle it. And who knows what would happen from that moment on. But I'm telling you, it wouldn't have been nothing. It wouldn't have been no glorious success story. I promise. It wouldn't have.
And this all came from the financial advisor suggested during the pandemic what was our goals to come up with ideas like D Nice did for Versus. I mean his partying and all that. And that's what sparked this whole dialogue related to your passion. What do you take that leap of faith? Go for it.
And it's kind of crazy because the pandemic changed how things are going to be done forever.
Plus, you're light skinned, so yeah, you can't.
And plus, I'm light skinned, which means I would have been. I would have been with a lot of white women. I would have had a lot of white women, yo. I would have fit in a lot of white parties, yo.
Now, shifting gears, I know you hit on that just a smidget about Colin Powell, but it's keep coming across in text messages and alerts. For those who don't know who Colin Powell was, Mike or Kamari, can y'all break down who was he? What did he do for the people?
I mean, Colin Powell was a 4-star general. He was also, I want to say, Secretary of State under George Bush.
George Bush, yes. Yep.
George Bush. He was a black Republican. But he was also a black Republican that kind of broke with the party during the Trump era. So Colin has done a lot of great things. There's a couple of skeletons in his closet, but we won't talk about that. But he's done a lot of things. And I think just about everybody, though, in that circle has a high regard and respect for him. So
they said he was fully vaccinated.
He also was the guy who said the war with Iraq was a bad idea. He was the first one to do that.
He absolutely did do that. He actually did separate from the Republican Party. He reminded me a lot of John McCain, of old Republicans that were more open. Like even when John McCain could have really gone at President Barack Obama, he didn't. When somebody in the audience, the famous thing was somebody in the audience tried to say something bad about Obama, he stopped them and said, no, he's a good man. We're just trying to both be the president. So we're not get into that. I think Colin Powell, and he does have skeletons, which there's no way. But one thing I will say is they wanted him to run for the presidency, and he didn't.
Probably smartly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Before Barack. It was before Barack.
Way before Barack.
After Jesse, before Barack. Okay.
Well, both. They wanted him to run after Clinton. Some of them said they wanted him to run after Obama as well, but I don't think any black man holding that office can win. So it's just rough. It's just rough.
And you mean win as you could be the president, but you still can't win after your presidency?
Yeah, and I'm just talking about the ridicule.
The ridicule, goes on. Ridicule. That goes with that. So I'm shocked.
And he said he was fully vaccinated. I wonder, was he recently fully vaccinated and still got COVID, or was it pre-existing, some real pre-existing? Because the vaccine's supposed to prevent you from dying, from some. I guess it ain't gonna prevent. I guess it lessens the chances. It
lessens the chance. Yeah. Let me tell you the top two things I'm so tired of talking about. Should you be vaccinated? And Dave Chappelle talking about transgenders. If I get on one more panel, I can't anymore. Like I realize it's just God. Yo, if you want to get that jab, get the jab. If you don't want to get the jab, don't get the jab. I do not care. I got it, and I don't care if you got it. I don't give a damn. Like, just go ahead, and y'all not gonna hit me with this propaganda that I should pressure people into getting. Do you know Kyrie Irving can't play for the Brooklyn Nets? But yesterday there was a preseason game, and it was a ball player who played in Madison Square Garden. God, what is his name?
Bill. I saw Bradley Bill.
Bradley Bill's unvaccinated and played in Madison Square Garden yesterday.
Because
Kyrie Irving can't practice in Brooklyn.
But they broke that down. It was because he doesn't live there, and he's in and out, and they know, like it's something about tracking when you're visiting versus living there. And in NBA, like they broke down why he could play and Kyrie couldn't. It is a reason for it.
Why were they? Once again, I just want to say this: why were they 60,000 people watching the Giants get their ass beat by the Rams, and none of them had masks on? What? How is that supposed to make common sense to human beings, y'all?
Different rules for different people.
The Pittsburgh Steelers
happens all the time.
We're playing the Seattle Seahawks, and they'll be like, well, it's an open arena. Okay, well, when the Cowboys play and there are 80,000 people in their closed stadium, they have no mask on.
No, Colin Powell was 84, so yeah, he had some underlying issue, they said. Okay.
Man, just take the jab, don't take the jab.
Take the jab, don't take the jab.
Take the jab, don't take the jab. I don't care. I honestly don't.
You do.
And Stephen, no, I really don't. And Stephen A. Smith is a devil. Stephen A. Smith literally knew his ratings were tanking, and he disrespected Kyrie in a major way, like he did with Colin Kaepernick. And his ratings with Max Kellerman, they were winning. They were the number one talk show on ESPN. Max Kellerman left, they were last, last, right? Behind Pardon Your Interruption, which was number one, Get Up, and some of the other shows that I forget, but I watch them all the time. Then he disrespected Kyrie Irving, right? Crazy.
Is he back?
And the next day he posted our highest ratings since so-and-so. And I said, y'all don't see this devil?
But why is that important, Mike? Talk about the money. Show me the money.
That's all it's about. And when Stephen A. Kay, I think you got yourself muted, Kelly.
Me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Okay, because you were talking and I couldn't hear you.
No, I was referencing because he was saying it's about the money, and to White on live said on IG was saying the money owners want their money.
So Stephen A. Smith literally said this. He said, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think about is how much money I can make my bosses.
He said that.
That's not actually the reason why I have a problem with Stephen A. I get his point, right? Because when you're a business owner, Mike, you can relate to this. Your bosses are your fans that come see you in the show. My bosses are my clients. How can I best serve them? How can I best give value? My biggest problem with Stephen A. is it seems like anytime there's an opportunity to take down a black man or a man of color, he takes that opportunity.
Every time.
And then tying in.
For his bosses.
Right, for his bosses. Tying that in for his bosses. So it's one thing to do your job and do it well. It's another thing to do your job at the falling or death of somebody else's character. And I think that's really bad.
What I will never say is the first thing I think about, even though I know it's not literal. I know the first thing he thinks about is the chick next to him or whatever, or getting a glass of water. So I know, but I will never say in an interview, the first thing I think about is making my bosses money. I'm not going to say, especially when I know I already got $10-15 million in the bank.
I think that's when you the boss's money and him money, because I think at everybody's job you perform at a high level. Your boss or your employer.
I'm not. My goal is not to make my boss money. My goal is not the first thing in my mind is to make my boss money, dog.
But you're your own boss, so
yeah. But even
you probably couldn't work in a structure like that. I know.
No, but even Tony Romo, an announcer. He's made enough money where he's not sitting there going like, he's not waking up in the morning like, I gotta make the boss.
I gotta make my bosses some money.
Like, when do you make enough money when you're not, when you don't have that mentality where I gotta make the boss's money?
That sounds crazy.
I think for Stephen A., I think it's actually deeper than making the money. He wants to make the master money, and so there's a little difference.
All day, and that's what I meant. And thank you for saying it, sir. Thank you for saying it, sir. Thank you for saying it. Because that is what I get from it, and the casualties of war.
That's on Tuesday. Close on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Master Treat is good. I mean, he is Steven, right?
Mm-hmm. He is Steven.
Right, not wrong. So controversy sells. Yeah, controversy sells. So you say something crazy, you're going to get hits. Now people want to check out to see what you're going to say next. They want to see what the response was, and then Kyrie responded. Oh, so now we're in the back and forth. So now we got to go back and see Then they gonna say next.
And he used them. He used them for ratings. He didn't use them for anything else. He don't care about the COVID vaccination. He doesn't care about the Brooklyn Nets. He used Kyrie, and I wish Kyrie wouldn't have responded. But my thing is, if I was Kyrie, I would have responded, because it gets overwhelming when somebody is talking crazy about you, and all you're saying is, I'm not for the vaccine mandate, where you have to force people to take the vaccine to work. And then when he says, I want to be the voice for the voiceless, and Stephen A. Smith mocks it and says, really? How can you be the voice for the voiceless because you make this amount of money? He's doing it because he can address it, and he can afford to lose this amount of money. He's addressing it for people who can't afford to lose this amount of money. They can't afford to lose their $15 an hour job. They can't afford to lose their $30,000 a year job, so per year salary. So he's doing it for them, and for Stephen A. Smith to look in the camera and go, really?
But I mean, he does it all the time. That's his track record. I mean, look at what he just did. Well, Kwame Patrick. Not Patrick.
Yes.
What's Kwame?
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown. Thank you. He did it like what he did with Kwame Brown. That was next level Satan. But you know, it's cool.
It is. It's a hurtful, disgusting being used to attack. And dog, and I will say this 1,000 times till I find a video. I watched Stephen A. Smith say, take the cameras away from Colin Kaepernick. He does not deserve to have the cameras in front of him. Network should never show Colin Kaepernick ever again. That is what Stephen A. Smith said.
I think it's when he was going to try out at the high school stadium in the workout.
No, that was way before this. That was way before. It's when it first happened, and he was taking a knee, and Stephen A. Smith wanted him to explain himself. And then a few days later, he explained himself. Stephen A. Smith said, do not put cameras in front of him, talking about ending police brutality. I don't know how Stephen A. Smith has gotten away with this sellout mentality so thick.
Because he actually does have some real relationships. And I think that's part of the reason that protects him. I mean, this is a long-standing history, though. Right? Yeah. The thing with AI, the falling out between him and AI, that was real. Mm-hmm. That was over 20 years ago. The man's track record is as long as day. So
no. Everybody on the squares, can y'all stay after we take this break? Are y'all cool to stay?
Yeah, I got a few more minutes.
You got a few more minutes. Just give me 4 minutes. We'll come right back and with Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Don't go nowhere, y'all. I gotta charge my phone on my IG Live and get everybody right back on there. Wait, somebody said, what is SAS support? Supported Gruden until the last batch of emails dropped. SAS. Oh, Stephen A. Smith took over the role. Please remind me, Jay Black. I had to go to a bar yesterday, a sports bar, to watch the Giants get beat down.
Mm-hmm.
And please remind me what I heard. What I forgot, what I don't miss about bars and sports bars and stuff like that.
Okay, sports bars.
Please remind me. I understand why they sell alcohol in these places in order to not get in confrontations, or I guess that could lead to confrontations. I will explain to you what I heard about what John Gruden said, and that's when I was like, I'm going to watch till halftime, and I'm out of here. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, y'all. We'll be right back. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. The one song that nobody knows that Freeway loves, that everybody would wild out if they realized that the one song that you love, the one song.
Making my way down south. Okay. If I could jump into the sky. Something under. That's my joint.
That joint is so hot. Search Media Room 360 on all streaming platforms. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. Widowers Records, baby. About to ruin another perfectly good song. Yep, true story. Used to date this girl. One night she got in my car. She just wanted to argue. She started talking bad about me. She started talking about my nose, coming for me. I'm sensitive about my nose, so I had no choice. I had to make that walk. Make that walk. Walk your ass home, girl. Just keep going. Hope she I made that walk. Made that big walk. I guess you know where she's going. Yeah. Know you wanna fight. I can see it in your eyes when I picked you up at your front door. Matter of time, there's no reason for this fight. Tell me something I ain't heard before. Oh, I've been dealing with this shit, and it's about to be on. Stop talking all the shit. Oh, she won't. So I made that walk. Made that walk. Walk her ass home, girl. Just keep going. Hope you get lost. Don't let me your thoughts. True colors. I've never dissed a chick before. I apologize if you live too far, but I made that walk. Made that walk. I guess you know where she's going. Oh, nah. Clown my mom's hairdo when the couch is in the guest room. I'll make sure I keep her number blocked. Now it's time to play. Go out on a date. I'll be partying to 5 o'clock. Oh, I've been dreaming about it, girl. You ain't the one I want. I can't stop laughing, girl, 'cause I made that walk. Made that walk. Walk your ass home, girl. Just keep going. Hope she get lost. Don't let me your thoughts. True colors are showing. Get out my car and stay out my car. You don't talk about my nose. I'm sensitive about my nose. We the worst records. Yeah, yo. Made that walk. That'll learn ya.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in, Michael Shawn and the Takeover. Oh, damn.
We
Oh,
back.
hold up, yo.
Refresh your pages if you just joined in. Hit live. Hit live.
Hold on. Oh, I'm back. Here I go. All right. Here I go. Got the Financial Rebel, got Kelly J on here, Jay Black. We got one set of what happened?
No segue. I know you're about to tell this story, but on IG, ever since I started following the Herpes Goddess and her team, I got messages now for people trying to help cure my herpes. People think I got herpes. I got this guy hit me up and say, yo, it can help me. I don't have herpes. Just because I follow people with herpes don't mean I have herpes. It was just a sidebar. I keep getting these messages from 2 different people now thinking I got herpes because of who I follow. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. That's so crazy to me. I don't know why this is bugging me out. This time a doctor, he can help me. What?
What up, Push Button? No, Push Button producer, what's good? Listen, man. Shout out to our girl, the Herpes Goddess. It always sounds crazy when we just like, yo, check us out tomorrow. We'll have the Herpes Lady on. Like, it always sounds crazy.
This is ridiculous.
But she's really helping. Like, she really, like, you know, let's understand. Jay Black does not have herpes.
I don't have herpes. I don't need your help, doctor. I don't need you to help cure my herpes. Allegedly, you go. No damn herpes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Just because you follow somebody with herpes in a team, I guess because there's too many people. I don't know why, but I thought
there's millions of people with herpes. Like, but I'm just saying, if you follow somebody, like, yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Yes, I'm not. I follow you, Rodney Perry. I'm not a comedian. Just because I follow comedians, like, why do I gotta have herpes? Just because? Come on, that's why.
The bots are at work.
No, this is with somebody real. This is the real person.
No, but I'm just saying, people send all these things out, the bots and everybody else.
Yeah, automatically. Like it gets sent to you automatically. Like we've had conversations where all of a sudden I get DMs, and be careful with these DMs. Don't. Yes. I'm telling you, don't tap these DMs, y'all. Don't. There's a lot going on right now in them DMs. There are a lot of people. If I have one more person directly text me and go like, please do not fall for anything that's being sent on my Instagram. It's not me. They got me. But they got my cousin.
All the time.
My cousin sent a group text to the whole family. Do not
send money. I did not ask for money. I'm not telling you to invest in money. Please do not. It is
I
not
got
me.
that. I got
And
her
once they
inbox.
lock you out
I
your
thought it was
IG,
her.
you can't get in.
I said, why is she promoting this? Like, what is she? I thought it was weird. Like, what? Like, wow. And they said, yeah, I see your wife started a business. And then, like, how did she know this? Like, how did you know my wife? You did research on my wife to know that she started a business, and now we should give money to you because of what?
No, they just know because guess what? We were dumb enough to put all our business on a social media platform, and we didn't know the consequences of being able to put everything on there. And now they know everything about everything.
Good morning, living more life, living more life.
Kelly got fans. So Kelly, what's good? Like before I get into the story, and I want to ask the financial rebel. I want to ask him some financial questions, honestly. But Kelly, what's going on? What are we promoting? What are you doing? Is there something you want to tell us about? Like, explain to us. Like, what's going on?
I do so much. I mean, let's see.
Don't brag, because all I do is tell jokes. Don't brag.
It's not to brag. I really do like. And her name is Kamo. That's Kamo. She is the founder of Black Girls of Texas. So I guess since I got my girl on her, I'll talk about Black Girls of Texas. We are a LLC. It is an LLC organization registered here in Texas. It's with Black women of over 35,000 women, and we encourage uplifting, encouraging, just building each other up. Is with that I've created my own smokers group. I mean, so I have women who like to smoke. And,
Wait, you encouraging smoking?
I will tell anybody this because I am a mental health advocate, but I'm also someone who deals with it. I am completely off of medication and I completely smoke every day. And I'm okay.
When you say smoke, you talking about the weed, the Mary Jane. Gotcha.
No, there are a lot of people.
It's got medicinal purposes.
It's different.
A lot of people who are suffering from anxiety, who are on tons of medication. I still got to take my pills because I'm still on probation. So, and I know with my luck, the first time I smoke any type of weed, there'll be a drug test handed to me, and I'll be like, God, I'm like, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it for anxiety, and they're like, no,
Negro.
Yeah, it helps with anxiety, PTSD. So I have anxiety, PTSD. I suffer with insomnia, depression, bipolar, and like I said, I haven't taken medication. I stopped taking medication when I was married, and I started on marijuana, and from there, I just completely stopped. Yes, Jay Black.
And this brings me to a point, Mike. In PA, you can't have a license to carry a firearm and a medical marijuana card. So people have to decide. Like Kelly's saying, it helped her. But if you're in PA, you want a license to carry, you can't have both. You got to pick a side, your mental health or being able to, protect yourself.
But you can be an alcoholic and have a gun.
Facts.
I'll let y'all. Emerald said, hey, y'all, we can hear Kelly on Media Room 360, but not on IG. Kelly, they can't hear you on IG. I don't know what's going on.
Can y'all hear
But thank
me?
you, Emerald. Emerald doing a lot. Emerald doing a lot. I see your work, girl. You're doing a lot. So congratulations on everything you're doing. And it doesn't hurt that you're gorgeous. It's like, God bless. Go ahead. That doesn't hurt.
So you're saying that they got it easy in life because they're attractive? That's what you're saying?
I didn't say that. I said it don't hurt. Sometimes it's harder for women when they pretty. Sometimes it's harder. Sometimes
BS is harder because they're pretty.
Yo, let me tell you something.
It can be.
You got harder because it's pretty, because they're pretty. They got it harder. They give them more slack because they're attractive.
I don't want to step on you, Mike. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, please, because I'm always the ass. Go ahead.
When you look at it, right, a lot of times attractive women are seen to have no value. They appear to be or presented as that they have no value. Dumb blondes, so to speak, right? Allegedly. So what if you actually do have talent and you are pretty? Many times that's discounted. So that can be a thing. That can be a real thing.
But we acknowledge that your attractive people generally have it a little easier than non-attractive. Is that not true or no?
I think it depends on the arena. Like, Jay, you're probably thinking about the strip club and everything else, right? What about a pretty young lady who's got a PhD and she's fighting in academia? Or a pretty young lady who's working in the corporate realm? We just saw that. Matter of fact, going back to sports, what's her name? She used to wear all the bad wigs, and everybody would talk about her really bad. I can't think of
Pamela.
Yes.
Pam Oliver.
Yes. She's good looking, right? But she got it. She got it. Well, listen. I'm just saying, she got it bad. They really dragged her through the mud.
No, they dragged her and they caused her her number one spot, and she's still working. But I'll give you two like this: there could be a comedian, a female comedian who happens to be pretty as hell, but she's funny. What is everybody trying to do? What are all the comedians who are booking her trying to do? They're trying to smash. And they're
And that's a fact.
or let's say she's not funny, but she's pretty.
They still trying to smash.
They still trying to smash.
I
and they'll
want to
book
hear
her.
a pretty girl tell me they had a struggle because they were attractive, so they didn't get that job because they was too cute. I want to hear the struggles of a really attractive person that had it bad. It had it more rough. Like, come
So
on,
you never heard of the director's couch? That not real?
You never heard of Harvey Weinstein?
Or what's the other guy who used to lock the door? Matt
Keita Rose talks about it all. Keita Rose talk about what she having a rough because Keita's attractive, so she's saying she had a rough.
Listen, man.
Kelly, can the ovaries please speak up? Can the ovaries please speak up?
I mean, I'm a big girl, so for me, no lie, it goes one of two ways. Either I gotta pay what I weigh and show and prove, or I get passes all the time. Like I told you about it, Mike.
No, you did. That's why I want you ovaries. You're sitting right here. You're sitting right here.
Yeah, I get that. I get guys who will say, "Hey," matter of fact, last night got it too. I get texts where guys will just ask me for either fellatio. I'll keep it PG-13 for this, but fellatio or bust down, however you want to put it. I get tired of it. It's irritated. And
Emerald said it happens to her a lot.
Of course, it happens to her a lot.
Like she has a harder in life, or she's saying that she had advantages because of her looks.
Dog, it's like anything else. If you don't know what it's like for somebody to constantly try and equate whatever you do in your profession to let me put my penis in you, that goes either way.
It does.
That goes like I don't think you understand how hard that is, and I don't either. I've been on the other end where I'm the one that's been the predator who's always like, "Yeah, I wonder if she's gonna let me smash," not knowing what type of pressure you're putting women under. No pun intended, putting women under.
Like I had one guy actually. I wanted to record at his studio, and he pretty much told me like he'll give me free beats if
you did some free favors.
I ain't got no free beats.
Tam said Keita Rose was she was a comedian, and she talks about it. People not taking it serious, and she said it here. We did have her on the show here. I need to go back and watch that interview on YouTube. So I guess she talked about being attractive and people not taking her serious as a comedian because of her looks and her body. Wow.
Yo, nobody's ever said. I've never had a female boss say, "Hey, Mike, you want to get on? All you gotta do is smash me out." I've never had that experience in my life.
I mean, you go and eat the booze like a grocery.
Male sexual harassment does exist too, though.
No, it absolutely does exist. Ask Kevin Spacey. He put the pressure on a lot of dudes. Afro Queen said, "I bet if you think real hard, you can think of the time you didn't take a woman seriously because she is too pretty." God bless. I'll be the first one to tell you. I was too busy caught up in how good you looked. And then all of a sudden, I happened to have the privilege of meeting women who the first thing I saw was what they looked like. And not too shortly afterwards, I realized, oh, damn.
They smart.
They smart for real. Like they on some intellectual level that they surpassed me after the 6th day they were on Earth. And I was like, oh, but shoot.
Emerald says somehow someone is always trying to smash, so she have to work harder just to be taken seriously.
Yep.
Somebody's consistently always trying to smash. Wow.
Business bully on here.
Sadly, man, women get treated bad all the time, especially black women. Nobody gets treated worse than black women.
But that goes back to the herpes goddess when she said we are the least ones protected by our men, by our black men. And our black men are the ones who are the ones that's sliding in our DMs saying, "Yo, let me bust it open," or give me some sloppy toppy.
Yo, the herpes goddess. had like 2 drop the mic moments.
She did.
And when I tell you, financial is very rare in my life. Even when I'm wrong, I would like to combat you in a debate. Even when I think I'm on a losing end of this debate.
I've learned
that woman said, she made 2 statements and I said nothing except, you right. You right.
Goddess.
Like you right. I don't even know what else, I can't even, there's no, and I know Jay's just saying it, and I'm just going to repeat Jay. Jay was like, you think life is really going to be harder because you look good? Tell me the person whose life is really harder because you, what do you think J-Lo's life was like trying to get to where she was at? Like, what do you think as a fly girl on Living Color, her life was like? No disrespect to Keenan Ivory. What do you think her life was like? Who do you think?
I was just saying that the people that look attractive have certain things, a little bit easier than the ones that are not attractive. I just wanted your thoughts if that perception is really true. And then y'all flipped it to, well, the more attractive people have it even harder in certain aspects. That was that conversation.
To me, I didn't think I said it was harder. I said I think they're both ends of the spectrum. They both catch it because they have vaginas. The common denominator is they have vaginas, and either way, whatever your scope is of what attractive is or not attractive, because everybody has a different perspective on what attractive is. Everybody has a different.
You said
thing.
J-Lo, so for you that was a universal aspect. Everybody thinks J-Lo's attractive.
Yeah, my Stacy, my fiance, thinks J-Lo's attractive. Like, yeah, like there's nobody who's gonna look at J-Lo. But can you imagine what it was like when she was just Jennifer Lopez and she was just the pretty girl with the fat ass?
And that's exactly what it was. Pretty girl with the fat ass.
Who could dance? She could dance, but every time she was described, it was the pretty girl with the fat ass and she can dance. Then it was the pretty Jenny from the block. Yeah. And then it was the pretty girl with the fat ass and she can act a little bit. And then it was the pretty girl with the fat ass who can act a little bit and we think she can sing a little bit. And then there's the pretty girl with the fat ass who can dance a little bit, sing a little bit, and got some business savvy.
She got a little talent after all.
She got a little talent. And then when she was 700 million deep, she was J-Lo. That's a lot, dog. That's a lot. Like I say it all day. I've never been sexy. I'm adorable, but I've never been sexy.
This guy. I'm adorable.
But adorable people don't hit the same. Adorability, that ain't even the word, but adorability don't even hit the same.
Listen, if Beyonce can make up words, so can you, Mike. Go ahead, rock out.
Exactly. You got it down. You got it down too.
Finance. So, I went to the point I told you guys a few weeks ago. I don't know if you remember. I went to my credit score. My credit score dropped 28 points because something went into collections. So I fixed it. Right? I found out, I saw it on my credit score. I went there. This is the funny thing. And please, and then take it from here, please, because this was so irritating. Ask me how much this collection was for. Please ask me how much.
$5.99.
No, it wasn't as bad as that.
How much?
I have it written down. It was 2 things for LabCorp, which was blood work that my daughter Amani went to take. It was $140. And it dropped my score 28 points.
Oh, you said it went in collections? That's what you said?
It went in collections and dropped my score. Yeah. And it had the number next to the collections. Like some of my numbers had gone down like 4 or 5 points because I charged stuff on my credit card. So the stuff that I owed had gone up more than what it normally is. But it went down 28 points.
That's a problem.
For $140.
It's gonna be on there for a minute.
So I called, and this is the gangster part of it. Y'all got me in collection. I said, okay, I want to pay this, whatever it is, LabCorp. Yes, my kids. I see your facial expression, Kelly. And then what you good, Kelly? Are you good right now?
She's
It was
laughing at
something
you.
she said to Jay Black, but we didn't
Oh,
get back on
ignore that. No, I'm not. I try to move
no.
past that
Oh,
comment.
she said
Keep
something
going.
to Jay Black.
No, keep going. Don't worry about Tam Tam right now. Keep going.
Nah, I need to know Tan. You keep running your mouth.
No,
It's funny, but I went there and then I said I took care of it. I said, okay, so let me get this. So when you guys will you report this to the credit bureaus and let them know that I'm no longer that this debt has been paid? They said yes, but we don't do any deletions. You have to call a TransUnion or Experian or whatever,
you got to go through all
and
that.
I got to call them now. And I don't even have their number, and I'm the one who's got to tell them. I ain't got their number. The hell's their number?
Google.
Yeah.
So I Google. Who should I Google first? Who's the main credit bureau that's
they're
the dope one?
The three: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax are the three main bureaus in America. Google them all. Look at your credit score or your credit report rather.
Right.
See which one's reporting, and then that's the one you should call and dispute that charge.
And the funny thing is, all them bastards hit me because, like, I have I have apps for them. They all hit me. Them cats they ran a train on me. They ran a train on me, son.
Well, they at least give you some Vaseline first.
They did nothing. They grabbed me by the back of the neck. So now I gotta call them. So, all right. So I don't even know what the question. How do we listen, man? How do we avoid? What collections do you pay and not pay? Because I hear so many people say there's certain collections that you don't have to pay, and certain collections that you do have to pay. Is there any truth to that?
I'll be honest, Mike. I am not the credit guy.
Okay, that's right. You're the tax guy. Yeah.
The mindset I apply to all this is treat people the way you want to be treated. So if I actually got a service that I paid for or I got service from, I pay it. If I can't pay it right away, I call and I make some kind of arrangements. I try to be honorable and have integrity in everything I do. I see some people out here telling folks to go bankrupt, file bankruptcy, to not pay it. And I always think, damn, what if my clients told me that they got a service from me and now they're not going to pay me? I'll be pretty pissed. But
that works, though. That works in some cases. The bankruptcy thing works.
It does. But I believe in karma, not to get woo-woo.
What?
Yeah, not to get woo-woo, but I think the energy you put out is the energy you get back. So
what is the woo-woo? That's the same. You're like the fifth person who's hit me with the what is that? What is that?
It's just a saying of saying if you can't quantify it in hard dollars and cents,
right?
It's not real. It's too out there.
Got you.
I'm the weird guy now.
Yeah, because now I realize, but this is what I got with, and this was on topic. This is the thing with health insurance. Is that health insurance was supposed to take care of this, but nobody explained to me what they weren't taking care of when it came to the. Normally, there's a copay, so I take my kids to the copay, and I go like, okay, here's the copay. Take the debit card, and we're good. But with these, when she did blood work, nobody hit me with a copay. Everybody was just like, all right, I gave.
But you got something in the mail. You ignore letters because they don't just push you on collections without letters coming, like the warnings, the breakdowns. All right.
The problem with that, though, is that they send letters in these bland envelopes that look like junk mail. And
thank you.
I just got a call from collections for medical, for something my insurance didn't pay. And I'm like, I didn't get this. And they're like, well, you did such and such. All right, well, let me go back and look. But nobody goes looking through their mail looking for bills. I'm only looking for checks. And most of those get direct deposited. So I'm cool.
And then, like what you said, it's just in a plain envelope. So now, with all the junk mail you get, now my paranoia is it takes me 30 minutes to undo all this stuff, put it through a shredder, and then be like, okay, which one? That's how Geico, my car insurance company, got me. Because they added my daughter to my insurance policy for my car. She's not driving my car. She's under my mom's insurance. And they took $1,000 out because they said, well, we couldn't get in touch with you, so we automatically put her on the policy. How is that legal?
Because she lives with you.
She got a license. The likelihood of her driving your cars.
And then they got real pissed because technically she don't live with me. I'm in Texas. And I said, and y'all see this. Y'all see where the cars are at. And they were like, well, she lives with you. She don't. In all technicalities. And they were like, oh. Well, we'll send it back to you. So y'all really took $1,000 on O? Like the
Oh,
response
my
was
bad.
O?
My bad.
My bad.
Y'all hit me with the O?
You
Let
get
me
it
borrow
back.
this G for a week.
Give it
I
about
said-
20 business days. You get it back.
Now here's the kicker. You should have asked him, can you get the interest that you would have made on that money?
Oh, I wish you was on the phone. I should have had I wish I would have had you on the phone. I didn't even think about that, yo. I literally didn't even think about the God, what, Kel?
The credit bureau. I actually learned this from a friend. But what she say, and Mr. Bully, correct me if I'm wrong, but she says every
Rebel.
Financial
I thought you were talking about Dave on IG.
Gave him a new name. But if every month on the same time, she told me she disputes all her transactions on her credit report every month at the same time. So she said after a while, because they keep getting the letters, some letters go overlooked. So after a while, it just falls off. She has really increased her credit score. Now, I'm not suggesting this, but it was a life hack she taught me.
Oh,
I just didn't know if I could get in trouble for it, so I haven't done it yet. But she do it every month on the same day, and she said it has increased her credit score because sometimes people just forget. They forget to check the emails. They forget. So after a while, it gets disputed because they don't hear back.
That's true. A lot of people do that. I'm not a lawyer, not a credit person, but that's true because there's a certain statute the companies have to comply with in order to keep collecting on that bill. But sometimes it falls off and then it comes back up. And a lot of times it comes back up because it's a legitimate debt and they're still going after it, and then it jacks your score up later. So
it's amazing. Shout out to Classic Lloyd. What up, Classic Lloyd? What's going on? I see you on the IG Live. Tax situation coming up.
Visit Noel's website, YouTube though, Mike. Noel Randall. She talks about everything that you just mentioned, how to get those off your credit report.
Who is Noel Randall?
We had on as a guest multiple times, friend of Leah Frazier's.
Oh, okay.
She's the millionaire investor, Noel Randall. Check her YouTube out. She talks specifically about those things you just said, and it teaches you how to get this stuff removed. It's very simple and easy too.
Why the hell do we have all these people on this show that are millionaire based and nobody invests in this show? Like, where are we going wrong right now? Why are we having everybody who is a millionaire investor, millionaire? You said what?
Where's your package?
Yeah, exactly. I need the package. I have to put the package together and start and get this popping because I can't no more. Very true. I owe T-Mobile for like 20 years. Tosh, we're not going to bring T-Mobile into this. What we're not going to do is bring T-Mobile.
She said, I'm going to Verizon.
T-Mobile ain't even been around for 20 years. I think T-Mobile's been around for 19 years. I think they said she been with T-Mobile.
She owned them.
T-Mobile almost got me one time. I almost switched everything. The only reason I rock with Verizon, first of all, they're overpriced. I get it. They're overpriced.
Yes,
very, very.
But I never want any problem because I'm always on this phone, and I never want any problems with my phone. And I'm always scared of T-Mobile because I don't know what Sprint became. Sprint turned into somebody. Remember
T-Mobile.
Sprint, yo?
Wasn't it?
They became T-Mobile, right?
Yes.
Dog, T-Mobile was the place where literally I'd go miles and I'd get no reception. No, Sprint, I'd go miles and I'd get no reception though. I can't do that right now. I died. Like literally, I drive my car into a wall if I saw no bars for like miles upon miles.
No G's. You got no
G. Nothing. I'm negative G. At 10 T-Mobile. Yeah, T-Mobile. What was it? Sprint. Was Nextel a company or just a phone?
No, Nextel was a company.
Sprint bought Nextel.
Yeah, they merged.
Nextel and T-Mobile merged.
Look at Tosh. She said that after 9 p.m. got me. No one listened to me to call back. That after 9 p.m. was crucial. That was so ridiculous.
I would tell everybody, call me after 9.
Call me after 9.
Up to 7 if you was with the same network or something like that. So it was like, call me after 7 and I got you.
You ever get that 8:59 call thinking you made it, and then you get the bills? Oh, you was a minute too soon.
Nah, I don't. Ain't nobody play with
that.
Yes, I remember that.
I ain't play with that at all.
Yeah, that's funny.
I don't know what it was, what phone company, and I don't even remember because I was drinking very heavy. But I remember somebody said that I had one of these cell phone companies said I had like a $3,000 phone bill.
Mm.
And I said, do y'all think I'm a effing doctor? Like, why would I be on the phone? Like, first of all, I wouldn't even. It was one of them. It was the time where you really wasn't on the phone that much. You really was on the phone to say what you. For me, at least for me, I'd be like, yo, meet me at so and so. Do you want me to come over? Are you coming over? Are we going to the bar? Are we going to the club? My phone conversation never that long. They try to hit me with a $3,000 cell phone bill. They never got that money.
Bankruptcy? No.
They never got that. They never got that. I was like, you got a Sprint will cut you off if your bill is 2 cents over.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mike, what did you want to say about bars and games?
Oh, yeah. So I'm at the bar, the sports bar. This place I used to get is so funny. I used to get blasted at this place, but the Giants, when it's not on TV out here in Texas, I go to the bar and watch them get blown out as usual. And I'm at the bar, and I'm not at the bar. I'm at where all the screens are at. So I'm at the screen, and I get my whatchamacallit, BLT, and I get the French fries, and I get the glass of water. And the waitress knows, like they know me, so they already know. They don't even come with the drink menu. They just bring my cup of water, the cafeteria cup, which I feel like I just drank COVID yesterday. Like I just every time I look at the cup, I'm like, I feel like y'all just like
this ain't sanitized.
I said, this is not sanitized. I'm gonna sip this straw. This is not sanitized. So they sitting. So as it gets crowded, there's nobody there for the Giant game. But as the Cowboy game is about to start, it gets more crowded. Whatever. For those who know, John Gruden got fired from the Raiders head coaching job because his emails were just everything phobic. It was racist. It was homophobic. It was transphobic. It was mosquito phobic. It was everything. He insulted everybody.
True.
Right? Like he used the F word to talk about gays. I don't know if there were N words involved in there, but he said the union leader for the NFL who's black had Michigan. His lips were like the Michigan man's lips.
Tires.
He insulted everything. Like no matter who you are, he insulted you. Skinny, fat, diabetic, healthy, vegetarian, vegan. He insulted you. Like he got you, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm just by myself watching, minding my business. And I hear a group of guys in the back and they get into the John Gruden, like, yo, can you believe they railroaded John Gruden? Can you believe because he said, and the dude launches into saying everything. Like I edited myself. He says everything except the N-word, right? And it's like this. Do you believe, after he said everything John Gruden said, he was like, do you believe he lost his job because he called gay people this and called women this and this? But he's saying the words, and I'm cringing going like, I forgot what it's like to be in a bar. I forgot what it's like in Texas. But even in a bar in Philly, I forgot what it's like. Once you get alcohol in your system, you really will justify your opinion and you will have any type of opinion. And I was just sitting there and I didn't want to look. I didn't want to look back because I didn't want to get involved in this conversation.
When the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling.
Ain't no telling. So, and I was just looking straight at the screens. And then, here's another funny thing. Somebody came up to me. It was like, Mike, Shawn, what's up? And I was like, yo, what's going on? He said, you still doing comedy, whatever. I said, yeah. And then I was like, he was like, yeah, I know you're not drinking. This is the funniest thing. I love this. He said, I know you're not drinking, right? You still not drinking? I said, yeah, I'm still not drinking. And he was like, well, that's good. If you ever come back, let me know. What?
The disrespect is real. Disrespect is real.
But no, he meant it in the kindest way. He was like, yo, if you ever jump back into drinking, let me know, because I got you. And then a lady came up to me and they wanted to send me shots. And I'm just sitting there. I was like, no, I can't. Number one, there's no way I can have any shots, because in order to get back in my car, to turn my car on, I gotta blow in this machine. So let's just realize something. I don't know if I didn't have that machine in my car, if somebody would say, we're going to buy you some shots, if I wouldn't have taken the shots. I think the machine has helped me a lot. The fact that I know I got to pay extra to get an Uber to get back to the crib. Like the machine, as much as it's a pain in the ass, it kind of gives you that freeness where you go like, I can't. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. It's like if a chick says, "Yo, she wants to do something with you, but your wife is sitting next to you, like, and you're just looking like I can't." Like, there's nothing.
Unless your wife is with it, then.
Unless your wife is with it, shut up, Kelly. Don't start that nonsense. But yeah, even when I started hearing the conversations, as the alcohol started kicking in, and I wasn't judging nobody because I know I was the main culprit on having ignorant conversations. But as the alcohol kept getting in everybody's system, I wanted to watch the whole Cowboy game there. But as the conversation started getting deeper and as the ignorance, I was like, yeah, I got to get out of here because this made sense to me. And I promise you, if I had like 3 shots, I'd have been involved in the conversation. But because I didn't, I was like, yeah, I got to go. I get it. I mean, first of all, it's confusing at the bar now. And I have no problem with anybody in their sexuality or anything. But it's confusing because now chicks is walking in with chicks and guys is walking in and it's a hold. And I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to address anybody. I don't know what's going on, The girl came up to me and was like, she had a tattoo on her face. She was like, yeah, my friends were going to say they were going to send you shots, but I think I heard you on the radio saying you don't drink no more. And I was like, I'm no longer on the radio. And then she was like, how'd you get fired? I was like, do we really have to get into that? Like, did we really have to, like...
They didn't renew my contract, first off.
They didn't renew my contract. That's what it is. They're like, but we miss you. No, obviously you don't, because you would have known. If you missed me, you'd have known I wasn't on the radio for like damn near a year. Kelly, you took the words out of my mouth. What words? What words did Kelly take out of your mouth?
What I was just saying.
Here, I'll watch Kelly.
I did. What did I just say?
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that was my little activity at Click's Sports Bar and Grill that has some great BLT.
Oh, that's what I said. You don't know if anybody partners or if they love us for the at the sports bar.
For the if the wife is down.
Dog, I have no idea.
Like people come in with the homies, boys and girls coming in together. You don't know who. So I was like, you don't know if they fucking or they best friends.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know. I realize I hit a certain age where I really don't. I don't want to figure it out. Clicks has some great wings too. Like Business Bully said, Click has some great. Click does have some great wings. I will take crap back to John Gruden. I will talk. Oh, I will talk.
I think Dave behind a little bit on the feet. He said he'd talk back to John Gruden. He'll let him have it. But John wasn't outward with it. It was all in the email. So, and I guess it was people that didn't, that he felt comfortable with.
Give him 2 years. They'll bench him 3 years. He'll be back.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
Yeah, they don't care. And the reason why things are getting so serious in that situation is because now if you get all the emails, they're going to look at 600,000 emails. Guarantee you something crazy is going to come out of those 600,000 emails. And Jerry Jones don't want to talk about it. None of these cats want to talk about it. But that's, that is what it is. Do we have any tax questions, y'all?
Nope,
that's it. We have not gotten any tax questions.
Battery's running low. We got to go. We got time. Nah, we good. No more questions.
All right. All right, just be good. I gotta cancel my bar.
Real quick with Jay Black.
No
you
real quick. No real quick.
No real quick with Jay Black.
Real quick. I do have this. No, I ain't got no question. No, we good.
No, that was funny because Kelly and I ain't want. We only got 5 minutes. Kelly said something, and I'm really more mature today because normally I would have dove into that. She said she needed studio time, and somebody just wanted their dicks like for studio time. Like that's a lot. Like for studio time.
It's a compromise.
Cats be bold these days.
They all
like you know how dope your studio better be if you like, yo, if you want to use this studio right here.
Nah, it's probably a big shit.
New York studio was better than the studio I went to here.
Yeah, if I would have known you can get your for studio time, I would have been had a studio. I would have been had a studio. If I knew that was a negotiation point.
Listen, I just wanted to know the rate. Now that I know the rate, I can continuously move to someone else who want me to pay with my money.
If I knew if somebody had bars, what I could get for that, gee. All right, it's been great. Financial Rebel Wednesday, it goes down at 8:00 on his IG Live. Make sure you check that out. He gives all the advice. He'll stick on topic with taxes, and I like the fact. I've seen clips. Financial Rebel is a host for real. Like Financial Rebel is kind of dipping in different topics that go on that have nothing to do with taxes, and it's sounding. I like it. I like it.
money is all about life. Life is all about money. So it all intersects. So I'm with it all.
So make sure you check that out. Kelly J, what are you doing? You still have you put in new episodes of your show?
It will be, we'll start second season in November.
Where did you do it? What studio did you do it in?
Right in the comfort of my home. What you mean? Comfort of my home. It didn't cost me nothing.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not judging, girl. If there might be a dope ass studio, you gotta do what you gotta do, mama.
No judgment. Judgment free zone. You handling
it's
your
a judgment free zone. We don't judge. We don't judge.
I have standards, and that is a standard that I'm not willing to even break for myself.
I have standards also, but my standards have limitations. There's some things that there's a greater good sometimes. There's a greater good.
Look, not when I got brothers in my studios that I ain't got to suck their dick for.
I got it.
But did you think about? No, okay.
It wasn't even a thought. Because he looked like he got a little dick, so it wasn't.
I mean, all right. But if he does have a little, that would have been less work for the studio time. You'd have been in and out. You could have got like 5 hours of free studio time. Yeah, you gotta have 5 hours. All right, y'all, we out of here. Love me for who I am, not who you.
Almost made it. We almost made it.
Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. But understand, there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. That's guaranteed is the comedy show is this Wednesday night. Tap the link in my bio on my Instagram at Mike Shawn Comedy. Tap the link in my bio to get tickets for the Addison Improv. It goes down Wednesday night. Trey Mack, Lisa Love. You fight for everything else. Fight for your happiness. Don't let nobody take it from you. It's Mike Shawn and the Takeover Legends. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow morning. Yeah. Tap.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.